Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe ICC fans. Welcome as we've got a home game on the road this afternoon as ICC and Gulf Coast going to get after it in a doubleheader here at East Mississippi. Let's take you to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Right field, number 25, Jay Craig. Center field, number 2, Jackson Lee. Left field, number 24, Hayden Carters. First base, number 17, Bo Rock. Second base, number 29, Jackson Settlemers. Shortstop, number 23, Gene Treadaway. Third base, number 8, Jared Morris. Pitcher, number 10, Saul Cole. Pitcher, number 32, Ethan Hayden. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just moments away from that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch in Game 1 between ICC and Gulf Coast, as the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch in there for strike coming your way at 4:01. That's a 4:01 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here in Game 1 between ICC and Gulf Coast. That pitch in the dirt evens up the count now at 1-1. This is Brandon Kane, Mark Stevens, and Dom Jackson scheduled up here to start the inning. Adam Gore, Brad Boggs bringing this action here from Scuba, Mississippi. It's that breaking pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 is the count. This game was originally scheduled for Saturday, but rain came in on Friday, washed that out as that pitch inside for a ball. But watched that game out on Saturday. It was moved to Sunday, but we're hosting memorial services for the gentleman that was killed in the helicopter crash. Is that pitch high? So having to move it off campus, and our friends here at East Mississippi happy to bring us out here to play this afternoon, as the count now goes full here to Kane. And that'll be a walk to start the inning. And that's one thing that the Bulldogs do well, is they draw a lot of walks from the best teams in the country to do so, and Kane starts the inning off by drawing a walk there.
Yeah, not the start you wanted right there. Of course, we talked about Eli Akins on the hill. He's got 6 appearances on the year, no wins, 4 losses, 19 to third innings pitched, giving up 21 hits on 27 runs, 13 base on balls, and 23 Ks on the year. He does have an ERA of 9.78.
Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market in Manatee. Runner at first, and now this is going to bring Stevens, the shortstop, to the plate. Shows bunt, ball gets away, and there's a lot of real estate behind home plate. So anytime a ball gets away today, you have a feel like the runners will be able to advance without any issues.
Yeah, Indians having to get used to, of course, you're thinking this is a home game. Indians have played here before, so it's not like they haven't played on this field, but you're having to adjust. This being our home game here and having to make some adjustments. And like you say, the ball kind of got away from him there. So got a 1-0 count here, and it is on Stevens here, the shortstop for today.
1-0 pitch coming. That's a slider that nips the edge of the plate for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. That was the voice of Dr. Brad Boggs. Raphael Henry on location today, shooting highlights of today's games, as well as Cal Brown shooting photos for ICCimages.com. 1-1 now is the count. And that one, up a little bit, I guess. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, he took something off of that. Looked like a breaking pitch that he took the line off of, and it looked like he caught it. Looked like it crossed the plate, over the plate, across the plate there as a strike, but did not. But he swung through that one and missed it, so now you got a 2-2 count.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Runner at second here in the top of the first. This game scheduled for 9 innings here this afternoon in Game 1. 2-2 pitch, and that's a rocket right up the middle, and that's going to get over the head of the shortstop. And they will not be able to score the run, as they had to check the runner to make sure that he wasn't going to get doubled up there. Nearly caught that one.
Yeah, it was almost a great play by Treadaway out there. The ball was line shot. It was kind of hit over his head. Of course, he was, checking the runner back and forth there, and happened to be in the right position at the right time. Got a good leap on it there, Adam, but just unable to bring it down. That does give you here first and third situation here with no outs here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good start to the contest here for the Bulldogs. This is Brad mentioned. Runners on first and third with no outs here in the top of the first. That pitch missing outside for a ball.
And you missed the most important person of our staff member who's up here, and that's Laney.
Miss Laney is here doing the PA. Appreciate her coming down to do that. Got the full team in the house tonight. As throw over to first. Snap throw is not in time, as he got back without any issue there. This is Dom Jackson, the right fielder, at the plate. He's batting in that third spot. He's got an RBI opportunity here. That pitch finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Jackson comes in today with a 371 average. He does have 19 walks, and you mentioned, they're a patient team. They do walk a lot, so he has drawn 19 walks on the season as that pitch that's thrown back over to first. But also, Mr. Jackson's got a lot of power. Adam, he's got 9 home runs on the season.
Well, I asked Don kind of real quick, what can you tell me about the team? And that's one thing he said. They're very patient to plate, but can hit for some power. As this pitch popped up, center fielder would come jogging in. We'll see if they're going to try to test the arm of Lee. And they are. The throw is going to be up the line, cut off actually. And now a chance here to, nobody at first.
Now, I agree with that call.
Yep.
Stone Collier called for the cut right there for Bo to cut it. I agree with that. That kept the runner from advancing to second. It was not. They weren't going to get him out.
No.
And so I agree with that cut, and then that kept the runner at first right there. You do have 1 out now and no runners in scoring position.
So that leadoff walk, as we always say, tends to come back and haunt you, and that's what the case was there. As that was a sacrifice fly by Jackson to score Kane. And now this will be Keller at the plate. That sacrifice fly brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union.
And hit him.
And so now there'll be runners on first and second. 1 out now, and this will be Irving, the first baseman, coming to the plate here for Gulf Coast.
Yeah, not the start you want here. If you're Eli Aiken, just kind of a rocky start here. You've kind of you walked 2, and you got given up a single, but not really what you wanted at this point. But you got to battle back and try to at least get a double play or something here and see if you can get out of the inning.
Yeah, Irvin ducked underneath that one, and his teammates giving him fits, as that one would have hit him and nearly hit his bat when he ducked down, though. But ball 1 is the call here to Irvin. There's a ground ball. It'll be a foul ball. Evens things up now at 1-1.
As you mentioned, this is Irving up to bat right here, and I was just trying to look at his statistics. He comes into the day with a 258 batting average. Does have 23 RBIs on the season. He has 3 long balls himself.
So waiting the 1-1 offering here from Atkins. Time is taken by the catcher, so the count will stay at 1-1. Very vocal dugout over there for Gulf Coast as you hear them in the background. Waiting the 1-1 pitch here. Snap throw to first, and would have been in time, but hit the runner. So a big-time break there for Gulf Coast.
Yeah, the ball got away from him, bounced back. Bo did a good job recovering to get the ball. Runner was not able to advance to third, kept the runners at first and second, so good job there. Got a 1-1 count.
Pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Collier. 2-1 now is the count. We'll give you today's starting lineups in the exchange of the inning. Of course, the starting lineups being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, as Coach Collier already wanting to come out here and talk to his pitcher here early. And, Brad, you look at it, this is a turf field. That's the reason why we're playing here, but you do have a dirt mound. Don't really see any issues early on in this one, but maybe an opportunity for Coach Collier just try to come out there and settle Atkins down, because we said this Bulldog dugout's very vocal. And a big game here, and already running in a little bit of trouble, could be getting in his head.
No, I agree with you, and like you mentioned, and that's one reason we're playing down here too, is because we weren't able to play Saturday, as you mentioned, because of rain, because this is a turf field, except for the mound. So, again, thanks to our partners at East Mississippi for allowing that. But you're right. Coach Collier knows how big this game is, and is trying to get out there and settle everybody down. Say, look, throw strikes, let your defense play behind you. We've talked about it all season. Let your defense play.
2-1 is the count. This one popped back and out of play, and that even with the count at 2-2. Brad, one thing we are going to have to keep an eye on is the net here. If something is kind of a sharp line drive back, it's going to end up in your lap.
Well, I just noticed that since you said that, and we'll have to watch that for Laney over there too, because she's got an open one as well. So
Laney's the most important thing, so don't let Laney get hit. If there's a ground ball, shortstop finds it. There's 1 and 2.
Good job.
Big-time Little Caesars double play there for the Indians to get out of the inning. We'll keep it here. And Dr. Boggs, if you don't mind, run us through today's starting lineups.
Be glad to. And we started out with Gulf Coast there, and that's where I'll start with. Your leadoff batter was Brandon Kane, who will be doing the pitching and the DH duties today for Gulf Coast. Batting second, Mark Stevens at short. Batting third was Dom Jackson, playing right field. In the cleanup spot for Gulf Coast, Charlie Keller at third. Batting fifth, Caden Irving at first. Batting sixth, Jacob Palazzo at left. Batting seventh was Ty Mancha, who is doing the catching duties behind the plate. Batting eighth will be Kanan Bernardo at second. And batting ninth is Kellen Parnell in center field, and again mentioned Brandon Kane is on the mound for Gulf Coast. For ICC, your leadoff will be Jackson Lee playing center field. Batting second, Jackson Suttlemyers will be at second. Batting third, Stone Collier, who is doing the duties behind the plate catching. Fourth will be Bo Rock playing first. Batting fifth, Jude Treadaway at short. Batting sixth, Jarrett Morris at third. Seventh will be Brock Ware, who will be the DH today for the Indians in the first game. Batting eighth is Dre McCray playing right field. Ninth, Hayden Roberts, who is in left field. And as we mentioned, Eli Akins is on the hill for the Indians.
ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and Coach Collier hopes he's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 1 against Gulf Coast. Watching Kane get his warm-up tosses here, Brad. He's got a hook that he can throw there, and that's one thing that we saw the Indians struggling against Holmes.
Yeah, and Kane, I'll go to his stats while we got time here. The appearances, he's got 5 appearances on the year. He's got 4 wins, no losses. He's pitched 21 innings, given up 12 hits on 9 runs. He has walked 20, but there again, he's flipped on the flip side of that. He's K'd 22. He does have a 3.43 ERA coming into today.
It'll be Jackson Lee, Jackson Sittlemyers, and Stone Collier due up here for the Indians in the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 after a sacrifice fly by Dom Jackson scored Brandon Kane in the top half of the inning.
Yeah, the Indians lucky, too, to get out of that inning with only 1 run scored. So I say lucky, but good job there on their end to put together, after Coach Collier made that mound visit to put together the defense and turn that double play to get out, as that's strike 1 right there to Jackson Lee.
That fastball in there at the knees. Lee at the plate. Checks his swing there. They're going to appeal. Said he did not go. 1-1 now is the count.
Lee comes into the day batting .296. Does have 7 walks to his credit. Has not hit a long ball yet on the year. He does have 6 RBIs as well.
Well, they clocked that fastball at 93 out of the hands of Kane. As this pitch popped up to the right side, right fielder's going to dance over. Now kind of adjust back and get that for out number 1.
Yeah, I'm sure that, if they got a clock on us out there, Adam? Or?
Actually, a game changer right here.
Okay, I like it. That's pretty good. Oh, okay, I hadn't seen it. See, Adam and I are set up a little different today for those of y'all who don't
Yes.
see us. We're actually sitting to where we're a little different out here, got some room and some space, and so I can see Adam a little different.
I'm breaking out the extra toys
That's
now.
exactly right. I like it.
So with 1 out now, this is going to bring up Jackson Settlemyers, the second baseman, to the plate here for the Indians, as that pitch is going to miss low for a ball.
Yeah, if you're the Indians, you'd love to put together an answer here. They weren't able to do that with a leadoff batter, but love to put together an answer, get some runners on base, let Kane kind of throw some pitches here and let them kind of look at some pitches, get through the lineup a little further, and up that pitch count for him in the first inning, as that's ball 2 high.
2-0 now is the count with 1 out. Settlemyers at the plate with nobody on here. Listen to that pitch. It drifts high. 3-0 now is the count.
Yeah, the rain looks like it's cut off here, Adam.
It's like starting to actually break up a little bit.
Yeah, so kind of a little cool down here. Strike 1, 3-1 count here as the head coach for East Mississippi was telling us that they have a freeze warning.
Yes, for North Mississippi, as temperatures are supposed to plummet overnight. As that pitch inside finds the corner for a strike. Now the count goes full at 3-2.
Yeah, good job by Kane to battle back there. Not a bad job by Settlemyers to see a lot of pitches there and kind of up that pitch count.
This one hit, fouled out of play, and we'll stay at 3-2 here on Settlemyers.
It's like his bread and butter is his fastball. He's gone to it several times here. I'm going to say he's looking different on this one.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here. This one popped up left side. Yeah, just got underneath that one as left fielder's going to come charging in, call off the shortstop, and get it for out number 2. Well, Brad, it's one of those, if they can start getting those fastballs and those timed up, especially if he leaves them up like that, the Indians can start doing some damage.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, again, we've got to get through this rotation. We've got to get our timing down with Kane here, and kind of see. Again, that's why it's so important to see so many pitches here if you can. Take a good look at him, get your timing down, work on it, pass the information on to your other players who are batting behind you.
Collier stands in, takes that first pitch high for a ball. Collier catching here in game 1. Indians trailing 1-0 here to Gulf Coast. And this one hammered. Center fielder is going to have to go back to the wall, and it's gone.
Home run.
A solo home run to dead center there by Stone Collier, and we're tied at 1.
Wait. Hold on.
Well, it don't matter if it hit his glove. It popped out of his glove.
Yeah, it popped out of his glove. They're saying it.
But even if it goes off his glove, it's still a home run.
It's still a home run, right? It doesn't matter, and you've seen that in time and time again. It could have dropped 5 feet in front of him and then bounced over, and it would still be a home run. If it hit the player, not on the ground.
Yeah. Ask Jose Canseco.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So home run by Stone Collier, great answer right there, and he teed off on that fastball. I don't care what anybody says, he teed off on it, and it was close to getting out, and very as far as on its own. But great job by Stone right there, and that was dead center goal.
It was 395 is what is listed here at dead center, as that pitch in there for a strike, as this is now Bo Rock at the plate. As we said, if you can time up that fastball, because it's up in the zone, you can do some damage, and Stone did that.
Most definitely. All right, there's your off-speed pitch right there, and from Kane, and he's mixing that in, and that's where Bo was out in front of that. That's going to be an 0-2 count on Bo.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-1 is the score. And swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice recovery there by Kane to get out of the inning. We played 1. We're tied at 1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no.
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next? What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back. Now as we shift to the top of the second inning for Gulf Coast, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Palazzo, Mancha, and Varnado. And so Palazzo will start us off here. Swings on this pitch, fouls it back. Laney is safe, so that'll go for strike one.
Yes, we're all safe, thank goodness. So, like you say, got Palazzo, excuse me, I'll get it correct in here shortly, up to bat.
0-1 is the count. And that pitch in there for a strike, quickly ahead in the count now, 0-2.
He comes in, 333 batting average on the day. Today does have 2 walks to his credit as he chops that one. Going to be a tough play right there.
And smart to hold on to it. If he would have rushed to throw, he wouldn't have got there, so just held on to it, be an infield single. Didn't want to try to throw that one away and advance the runner on an error.
Number 23, Mancha.
And so that is going to be the second hit of the game there, as now this will bring Ty Mancha to the plate. Runner at first, second inning in a row that the Bulldogs have got the leadoff runner on. Shows bunt, that pitch outside for a ball.
Yeah, Palazzo does have 3 stolen bases on the year. Does not come in leading the team, but he does have 3. Lead goes to Parnell, who will bat in the 9th slot today. He's got 8.
That pitch finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here on Mancha, who is catching here in game 1.
Mancha with a 244 batting average coming into the day. Does have 1 home run on the year.
Snap throw to first, not in time. We'll give you the kind of the dimensions of the ballpark here. We already talked about it, 395 out to dead center. Left side of the park shorter than the right side, as that pitch up high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. You look at the right side, and it's got 305 down the line, but you've got a wall that you've got to get over. 365 to the gap and over to, or excuse me, that's the left side. To the right side is 375 to the gap and 305. As that pitch missing 3-1 now is the count. Is that what's that one says over there in left, Brad?
Left is 310.
310.
I was looking right.
I said right, and I was looking left.
Well, I've been doing the same thing all day.
I've been doing the same thing all life. 3-1 now is the count. Slider in there for a strike, 3-2. Now as the count goes full here to Mancha.
Let me be the first to wish you and Laney happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
And Laney is wearing green. That's correct.
Runner goes. This pitch fouled off, and we'll stay at 3-2. We do want to welcome those that are watching, as always, members of the ICC family, but say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of the Bulldogs this afternoon, along with Don Hammock, the SID, down at Gulf Coast. Don, a good buddy and a good friend of the program here. Is that pitch high for a ball. And so that'll be a walk. And this is Varnado coming to the plate. Well, it depends on what part of the world you're from, on how you say that.
I'm from North Mississippi.
I'm from Calhoun County. We say Varnado.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Varnado.
So maybe Don is.
But now Don's
listening.
the one that told you.
No, Don didn't tell me anything. Don likes to leave me hanging.
Okay. So we're just speculating it's Varnado.
Yes.
But it could be.
Could be a lot of things.
What'd you just say?
Varnado. But I didn't hear any chirping from the fans or the players, so I'm going to say you guys were right.
Well, it was a guess.
One thing I've learned in life is not to question Laney.
You never question Laney.
So the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
Bernardo comes in batting .348 on the day. Did he
lays the bunt down and fouls it off?
I was looking down at my stats. So anyway, that's fouled off for the 0-2 count. But .348 batting average. Does have 5 walks on the season, 7 RBIs as well. Does not have any home runs at this point.
And so 0-2 now is the count. Runners on first and second with no outs. Atkins checks the runners, delivers this pitch, fouled off, out of play. And we'll stay at 0-2.
Yeah, Indians find themselves again in inning number 2 here in the top of the second with their backs against the wall, Adam. I mean, we've got runners at first and second, no outs. Prime opportunity here for Gulf Coast to make some noise and get a run across. Of course, they were unable to get the sack bunt down, but that ball is not a bad pitch right there at all. Kind of a slider there that went out of the zone outside, ball 1. Just trying to see if you could get Bernardo to chase that. Unable to do so. Good eye on his end. But Indians got to battle back and see if they can do what they did in the first inning and get out of this hole.
So 1-2 now is the count. Runners at first and second. Still no outs here in the top of the second. This one hammered out to center field. Center fielder came running up, then makes the play. Going to try to zip it into second, but not in time.
Yeah, Bernardo was sitting on that breaking pitch right there, but did a good job. He hammered it, but it was right at Jackson Lee out in center field. Gets the first out. That does help. That does keep the double play ball intact, too, because none of the runners were able to tag up and move up there simply because of the line shot and Jackson Lee getting the ball in quick. So double play ball could get us out of the inning here.
Well, the Indians got it last time, 6-4-3 to end the inning, as there's a big swing and a miss there, as this is now Parnell to the plate, playing in center field. Of course, when we talk about those double plays, we talk about Little Caesars right there on South Adams Street in Fulton, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics.
Yeah, Parnell, I mentioned earlier, of course, that's strike 2, got a 306 average, but he leads the team according to what I'm looking. No, he does not. I apologize. He's up there close to the top. He's got 8 stolen bases, so they got speed on that team, but he's got 11 walks on the year as he fouls that one off. He does have 7 RBIs coming into today.
That pitch fouled off. The count will stay 0-2 here with 1 out. Runners on first and second, 1-1 is your score here.
He's batting left-handed, too. He's going to be a hard one to double up here. So it'll be hard to get a double play ball on him. Main thing is if you could get the lead runner, but it's going to be hard to, again, with that left-handed bat. Runner is going to advance to second and third, and you're just going to eat that one if you're Bo Rock, which he did. Take the sure out at first. That does advance your runners to second and third, but you do have 2 outs.
So now this will bring Kane to the plate. He walked, advanced on a wild pitch, and scored a run back in the first inning.
Kane is the one who leads the team in stolen bases. He has 11, and I may have mentioned that earlier, but I thought it was Parnell, and it was not. It was Kane.
That pitch in the dirt, missing. 1-0 is the count here to Kane. And that pitch going to miss as well. 2-0 now is the count here to Kane. As we mentioned, he's the pitcher/DH, so could really help his own cause here with a base hit.
Yeah, anything down, obviously going to score 1 run. Definitely could too with the runner at second here, as that breaking pitch does hang in there and cross the plate. According to the ump, that is strike 1, 2-1 count.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Indians looking for the exit. Bulldogs looking to spark a 2-out rally here, see if they can retake the lead. And that pitch just missing inside. 3-1 now is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Atkins on the hill.
Good pitch.
And that one a beauty. Taking the whole way there that time. And 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, another breaking pitch there that, again, Kane is not this at bat. Swung at the breaking pitches, so it does bring the count to full, as you mentioned. Lost
him there, so that'll load the bases. Second time today that Kane has drawn a walk. And now this will be Stevens, who had a single and was left stranded back in the first. And so now the Indians in trouble here. Bases loaded. Gulf Coast a prime opportunity. Is that pitch in there for a strike?
Yeah, good pitch right there. Just kind of a 3/4 angle there from Akins, and got it across the outside part of the plate. Strike 1 there to Stevens.
That pitch low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Stevens.
Akins got different arm angles as we were talking there with your 3/4, but then you can come over the top with it. Can mix it up. It's also going to give the ball a little different look coming across the plate if you're the hitter.
This one lifted out to left field. Left field jogged in for a second. Now we'll go back. and make the play for the out. So the Indians get out of the bases loaded jam with no damage done there, as it's still 1-1 as we'll head to the bottom of the second. But before we do that, we're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back. Now as we head to the bottom of the first inning, ICC gets out of a big-time jam there as the Bulldogs had loaded the bases with 2 outs, but a fly ball out to left field ended the threat. And for ICC, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up: Treadaway, Morris, and Ware. Well, this is a home game for the Indians, but we are on the campus of East Mississippi Community College. We appreciate everything they've done. Not only that, but their players are out here helping get the field ready. Had a great hospitality of all the people that were helping us get set up and make sure everything was good to go. So greatly appreciate all those that helped make this game possible here today, as that pitch missing low and outside for a ball.
Absolutely. Kind of looking at a few scores here. Update, South Carolina got the third win on the third game, beat Ole Miss, as that ball is pulled foul there by Treadway, so they won 6-2 earlier today. Ole Miss got 2 of 3 out of them. State coming back today. State played good ball this weekend, Adam. Of course, they were down 9-0 yesterday, and they came back, just lost 9-8. They won Friday night. They won 15-5 today in 8 innings. So pouring it to LSU today, which that's ball 2 right there. But and then, of course, Vandy beat Auburn. And I'm sorry, Gore, even on St. Patty's Day, Notre Dame couldn't pull it out. Florida State won 4-3. That one smacked. That's going to be foul.
Just foul, yep.
So you'd think they could pull it out on St. Patty's Day, but they didn't.
Yeah. We're far from that team that made a run to the World Series.
Got State out that year, wasn't it?
No, we got put out by State.
Got put out by State, that's right.
We went to the World Series the year Ole Miss won it.
That's it. You're right.
So 2-2 now is the count. Is that pitch up high? You're like Coach Porter. You just wanted me to say that's State put Ole Miss, put Notre Dame out. That's what you were trying to do there. That's when we had Hootie.
That's right. That's it.
State won it that year.
That's it. That's right.
3-2 pitch coming, and that one high for a ball.
Yeah, good eye by Treadaway right there. Base runners, yes, any way we can take them. Again, Indians got out of the last inning without letting Gulf Coast score any runs after, they left definitely 2 runners in scoring position there on base. But ICC coming up with the leadoff walk. That's big right there now with Jarrett Morris coming to the plate.
Jarrett Morris, who is playing third base here for the Indians, have pretty much been in that role all season. He's made some outstanding defensive plays for ICC this year. Swings on that first pitch, foul back for strike 1.
Yeah, it took something as a changeup to Morris right there. He's well out in front of that pitch right there. So good pitch there by Kane. And, of course, I know everyone was watching the SEC championship basketball game. Auburn pulled that one out 86-67 over Florida. So they're your SEC champ in basketball, as that one's fouled straight back, 0-2 count in men's college hoops.
That's a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. Find out what's next by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. 0-2 now is the count here to Jarrett Morris. Runner at first, no outs, bottom of the second. This pitch foul back, out of play, and we'll stay at 0-2.
Yeah, good job by Jarrett, just kind of reaching out there and making contact with that pitch. Knew it wasn't anything. If he were going to drive it, it was going to be driven to right field. So kind of had his timing off. He was a little bit on that as far as where his weight was and is distributed in his swing. Able to make contact, fight it off for strike two. There's a snapshot throw over to first. He got back in time.
So 0-2 is the count. Morris at the plate. Brock Ware is on deck. He's the DH here in game one. Brandon Kane on the hill here for the Bulldogs. That pitch misses low in the dirt. Runner's going to go. The throw is not in time.
I like the aggression there by Treadaway. You see the ball bounce in the dirt. It is in front. The ball did not get far away from the catcher. I think that was Mancha for Gulf Coast. But Treadaway had an excellent jump on it. Saw the ball in the, I want to say turf here, and took off on it, able to get in cleanly there. So runner in scoring position, no outs for the Indians.
So 1-2 pitch coming. That one high and inside, and that'll get the runner to third with ease.
That's it. See, and that's where that aggression comes in play and handy right there, Adam, because, you know, he advanced right there. He would have advanced to second had he not moved up. But now we got a runner at third with no outs here. So anything, you know, out in the outfield should, hopefully, as long as it's deep enough, we could score him. And that might score him.
Going to get away, and that's going to score him. Well, that'll work.
Don't even have to hit one out in the outfield to get him in.
Well, that's what we talked about. A lot of room, a lot of space. This isn't your typical home field for the catchers, so I'm not too sure how the ball's going to bounce sometime. And, well, that one bounced in the favor of the Indians as he scores on the wild pitch. And then there's a walk right behind it. So back-to-back walks now, and ICC leading this one 2-1.
Yeah, ICC putting the pressure back on Gulf Coast here this inning. You know, Gulf Coast started out as hot as it did, and then they came out in the second inning and started out hot. ICC returning the favor here, being patient at the plate, no outs. 2 walks right there to lead off here, the bottom of the second, and one of those scored, and now you got a runner at first, no outs. Brock Ware doing the DH duties coming up to the plate.
Brock takes that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to the 7-hole hitter, Brock Ware. Brad Mitchen being the DH here in game one. He's got a runner at first with no outs. Ware rips one, and it's a fair ball down the line. And Ware, he's going to have a chance at an in-the-park home run here as the ball bounces away in the corner, but they're going to hold him up at third. And that's going to be a Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi triple down the line. And the Indians add another run to the board.
Yeah, he turned on that pitch right there, Adam, and I mean, it painted the line all the way down. And once it got down there in the corner, your right fielder for Gulf Coast, it bounced off, which that is, I'm trying to see, Jackson out there in right field, bounced back out into the outfield. That one's driven foul right there by Dre McCray. And so that allowed Ware to get the triple. And so excellent heads-up running by Ware. Great piece of hitting.
Yeah, I thought he had slipped down for a second out there in the outfield. It's the reason why I was thinking he might have had a chance at the end-of-the-park home run. As that pitch finds the corner of the plate. 0-2 now is the count here to McCray. But instead, a great job of hustling to get the ball back in. Just basically picked it up barehanded and threw it back just to get it into the infield. That pitch blocked up nicely there by Mancha, and that will keep it, or excuse me, now the count will go 1-2.
Yeah, Mancha wasn't even able to get out in front of that, and so great job. He had to backhand that. Again, you're dealing with turf here. It's going to take different bounces off of the turf. He was able to knock that thing down. He snagged it. That's going to hit him, and that's going to be awarded. He's going to be awarded first base right there, Dre McCray. So you still have no outs. That's going to be 3 walks on the inning right there by Kane, and then a triple. So not a good inning thus far. I'd expect, yeah, there it comes. I'm expecting the mound visit, and here he comes.
Yeah, I would say he's going to take a slow roll out there, so we're going to take the timeout with him. ICC leading this one 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A brief meeting on the hill there for Gulf Coast. Doesn't have any changes, but there is someone getting loose in the bullpen. ICC up 3-1. There's no outs here in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and third here for the Indians. And this is Hayden Roberts, the left fielder, coming to the plate. That pitch inside, and Mancha did a good job of finding that one, held on to it. Again, if the ball gets past the catcher today, there's a lot of real estate. You take a look at the wide shot there. There's a lot of room in between the catcher and the backstop. 1-0 is the count here to Roberts. Big, healthy swing at that pitch. Missing 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, that's not one you're going to pull right there. So, if you're going to try to make contact with that one, if you're Roberts, you're going to want to drive that one to left center or left field or the left part of the play, the left part of the infield here, and that's what he does with that pitch. That's going to drive in the run.
There's one, and they'll only get one, so a fielder's choice, 6-4 on the putout, but it does score where, and ICC has put 3 on the board here in the second, and now we flip it back to the top of the lineup, and this will be Jackson Lee coming to the plate with 1 out. So 1 away. Here in the bottom of the second, ICC up 4-1. You've got Roberts at first after reaching on the fielder's choice. There's a shot, and that's going to get through the gap, and that'll go for a base hit.
Yeah, good job of hitting right there by Jackson Lee. They did a good job of going through the order and taking some pitches, watching Kane, and watching, his different pitches that he throws. And right now they're looking like they're on it. If they're getting to swing the bat, which, some of them have, but he has produced some walks, and they're on it and they're producing hits right now.
This is Jackson Settlemyers to the plate now for the Indians. Swings on that one, second baseman. This could be a routine double play here. There's one, and the throw across the way is in time. 4-6-3 for the Little Caesars double play to get out of the inning. But the Indians do score 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout, come back with the third. But before we do that, let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Try some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza, pizza.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the top of the third inning here in Game 1, ICC and Gulf Coast. Indians put 3 on the board in the bottom of the second. They lead it 4-1 here. As for Gulf Coast, it'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up, Jackson, Keller, and Irving. Swing and a miss there by Jackson. He had a sacrifice fly that drove in a run, the only run so far of the game here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jackson.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
came into the game being one of the leading as far as averages for the team there, leading batting averages. And again, of course, as I mentioned there, he does have a set of wheels behind him, and as well as takes a lot of pitches and walks a lot. So he fouls that one back. He's not doing that on this at bat. He got an 0-2 count with fouled that one back, but can be a tough out, Adam.
Well, that's a typical Gulf Coast team. They're one of those that when their bats do wake up, boy, they can wake up in a hurry. As the 0-2 pitch on that outside corner, and Jackson was one of those borderline pitches. He might be happy that went his way there, as that one was extremely close. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, it's just a good pitch all the way around. Even though it's caught a ball, and I believe it was, that slider just did not slide back in. That one well outside the strike zone right there does bring the count back to even 2-2. But that previous pitch was just a real good pitch and a good eye by Jackson.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. As this one's going to be fouled back, and we'll stay at 2-2 with Dom Jackson at the plate. Keller's on deck. He was hit by a pitch, but erased on a Little Caesars double play to end the first. 2-2 pitch on its way. This one hammered, could be trouble, and it's going to be down, and that's going to be for extra bases. And that'll be a Davis Ford double to start the inning there for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs, for 3 innings in a row now, Brad, have gotten the runners on. Or leadoff batter on, I should say.
No, you're right, and that's what, again, gets ICC in the hole. They've been able to battle out of it with only 1 run being scored thus far on the day. We are in the top of the third of a 9-inning game here, but we mentioned how tough an out Dom Jackson is, and he was in the hole there with an 0-2 count, able to battle back and groove one out there into the gap, and so stand-up double for Dom Jackson.
So now this will bring Keller to the plate. He was hit by a pitch, as we mentioned, and his only at bat so far in the game. Runner at second with no outs. That pitch in there finds it for a strike.
Yeah, that breaking pitch of Akins is working pretty good, and he's hitting his spots well with it, I guess is more or less what I'm trying to say. And so a good job, good placement by Akins at this point, as that one's in the turf there, but good block up by Collier, keeping Jackson there at second.
Yeah, as we mentioned, a lot of space. As the ball gets away from the catcher today, we've already seen both teams be able to take advantage of that and advance around the bases. 1-1 now is the count. That one's going to miss low. 2-1 now, the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at second after a leadoff double by Dom Jackson to start the top of the third. And he went. They're going to appeal and said, yes, he did. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, breaking pitch. And Keller couldn't hold back enough and went around trying to stop. Of course, it was just a good breaking pitch by Akins, to be honest with you, but went around and bat went far enough where definitely was a strike, so you got a 2-2 count.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here. And there's strike 3.
Yeah, it took something off. Get your changeup coming in there for Akins and took something off of that, had him off balance. That's not the pitch he was expecting, so that gets the first out of the inning. Big out right there. Still runner at second, though, in scoring position for Gulf Coast.
That's our first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Akins. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. This shot blistered but pulled foul, and that'll go for strike 1. This is Irving at the plate. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the first. Looking to redeem himself with this at bat here. 0-1 is the count. 1 out here in the top of the third. ICC leading 4-1. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, and they're really coming to the plate swinging the bat a little more aggressively than I really thought they would right now, especially since they've seen Akins one rotation around. But he's down 0-2 right here. That ball is high, not a bad pitch right there for an 0-2 pitch, but that's ball 1, so it's a 1-2 count now on Irving.
So as Brad mentioned, the count goes 1-2 now. There's 1 out and a runner at second. Indians up 4-1 here in the top of the third. Ground ball, foul ball will stay at 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. that ball just kind of sunk down in there, and all a good job, too, by Irving to make some contact on it. He was just able to chop it foul, and so it did go foul. And so he is able to continue his at-bat here with 2 strikes.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. Pitch on its way. This one popped up, back and out of play. And once again, we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, Irving's doing a good job of battling up there at the plate and forcing Akins to throw more pitches here with a 2-strike count than he would like.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here from Akins. Checks the runner at second. That's Jackson, who doubled to start the inning. There's a ground ball. Shortstop's going to go to third. The throw is in time, and a rough connection there at third base as Morris gets the tag and gets him out, but Morris is down on the field. Let's take the timeout and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Well, that's a good sign there as Morris helped up to his feet. And as we mentioned, let's give credit here, Brad. Great show of sportsmanship there by Dom Jackson. After the contact was made and Morris failed awkwardly, he tried to help catch him before he hit the ground, and he stuck around and made sure he was okay before getting up. And so a good show of sportsmanship there on the part of Jackson.
Yeah, no, excellent show of sportsmanship. There comes a point, we're all aggressive, we all want to win and all that, but there comes a point in time, too, you don't want to injure somebody intentionally. Yep. Not that he was trying to do that,
not at all.
But he knew the slide going in was a tough one going in, and he was just doing what he was, needing to do and going in hard, trying to be safe and unable to do so. ICC was able to get the out as that's strike 1 right there on Palazzo.
Palazzo at the plate, so if you're scoring at home, that last was a fielder's choice 6-5 on the putout of Irving for out number 2 in the inning. Runner at first. And that pitch fouled off out of play. Excuse me, that was not Irving that was put out. Irving is at first. It was Jackson who was put out at third base on that 6-5 fielder's choice.
But that takes me back to, Adam, the old days of coaching, and I've seen more of it this year. When you're a runner at second, you don't have to move. You don't have anybody behind you. If the ball's hit in front, why do you run?
Yeah.
You're supposed to freeze. In my coaching days and of course, playing days, you freeze on that pitch, on that ball. It was hit to short. He should have froze right there instead of taking off immediately for third, in my opinion, and then draw the throw to first and then see if you can advance. But anyway, he didn't, so that one stung out to center, but that's right at Jackson Lee. He's going to make the ground for the third out.
Well, the Indians, they're living life dangerously through the first 3 innings, but they've been able to get out of it with only 1 run so far scored by the Bulldogs. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning where to be Collier, Rock, and Treadaway scheduled up for the Indians. Back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be Collier, Rock, and Treadaway up, and Stone, his last at bat, had that solo home run. Takes that first pitch low for a ball. A little confusion on it as the ball hit. It looked like it either hit off the fence or off the glove of the center fielder and hopped over the fence. The infield umpire tried to send Stone back for a ground rule double as that pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count, but the home plate umpire came out and said, no, that's a home run. Didn't hit the ground or anything. And so Stone gets credited with the solo home run there. That was in the first inning. That pitch missing, 3-0 now is the count here to Brandon Kane. The Bulldogs do have somebody up in the bullpen. They've been getting loose over the last inning and a half. So waiting the 3-0 offering here to Collier. Taking the whole way that time in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count.
I can see their bullpen, but I sure can't see ours.
I don't know where ours is. Of course, I don't know if it might be in the barn over there, as that's going to be a walk to Collier.
It really didn't give Stone an opportunity to take a cut like he did on that fastball that he hit out in dead center his first at bat. So kind of pitched around him there. It kind of seemed like that's going to bring up Bo Rock, though.
So now Rock will dig in. He struck out swinging in his only appearance so far. So looking to redeem himself here with a runner at first. ICC up 4-1. Swings on that one, fouls it off for strike one.
And Bo just still got his timing off right there on the pitching right there. So I think he was 3 pitches, and all he saw his first at bat. But again, just kind of got to get his timing down here.
That pitch missing low, evens the count up now at 1-1.
Bo's one of those, gets that timing down at him.
Who is trouble?
Trouble, I'm going to tell you.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first. We're in the bottom of the third here in game 1 between ICC and Gulf Coast, being played on the campus of East Mississippi Community College. As this pitch fouled back, and
that's one of those that
that's the one we don't need to come more center.
Yeah, that's Laney Newton now sees what we're talking about.
That one was tattooed off the building and nearly deflected back into some fans.
Yeah, it did. And you may have heard it back home on the broadcast. But 1-2 count. Bo making contact.
And the shortstop takes it on his own, and that's going to be another Little Caesars double play. Third of the game combined between these two teams. So a nice job there by the Bulldogs to erase that leadoff walk and quickly get 2 outs here in the inning. So now this will be Jude Treadaway, who walked, advanced on a wild pitch, stole a base, and also scored on a wild pitch. I don't know that steal, I'm not going to give him credit for that steal because I don't know that he was going when the ball got in the dirt. So let's call it a pass ball.
Yeah, the ball was down, and he advanced to second on that aggressive right there, strike 1-1 count. But he aggressively. But I tell you what I did like about Jude and the aggressiveness of the base running, which I hadn't seen a lot of the Indians this year, and that got him as that ball's in the dirt right there, 2 balls, 1 strike, and advanced and got over to third. And then again, of course, we're sitting there thinking, well, anything down the outfield or even a fly ball, and we didn't even need it. Another wild pitch got him in.
That pitch in there for a strike. Now we'll even the count up at 2-2 here on Treadaway. He's playing shortstop here in game 1 for the Indians. 2-2 pitch on its way, and this one popped up. Center fielder on the run here and will make the play. That's a nice little running catch out there in center field. So after the Little Caesars double play, the Indians go 3 up, 3 down there in the inning. We've played 3 here in Scuba. ICC leads it 4-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading now to the top of the fourth inning. Let's give you a real quick recap of the scoring so far now that we played 3 innings. Gulf Coast took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first after a sacrifice fly by Dom Jackson scored Brandon Kane. ICC answered with a solo home run by Stone Collier in the bottom half of the inning. Gulf Coast loaded the bases in the second but came up empty. And then ICC was able to cash in for 3 runs in the bottom of the second as that first pitch to Mancha is in there for a strike. It was back-to-back walks to start off the inning. Brock Ware tripled to drive in a run as that pitch missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. And then eventually Brock came around to score on a fielder's choice by Roberts, and that was the third run of the inning there. And that is your scoring update as this pitch blistered, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Got enough of it off the end of the bat there, Brad, to be able to get that single.
Yeah, he did a good job of driving that pitch out, line shot there, kind of just dropped it over short. Left fielder was kind of out there, and so kind of went to opposite field. But excellent job right there to get the leadoff batter on of the inning there for Gulf Coast with Mancha there.
That was the 4th hit of the game there for the Bulldogs. So Mancha will be at first. And that pitch in there for a strike. Varnado at the plate.
Yeah, it's kind of that slider there that Akins has been throwing, and he's kind of been on target with it today again. So been able to place it, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, and been able to hit his spots with it.
So 0-1 snap throw to first is not in time as he dives back without any issues.
So did you ever decide we're going with Varnado or Varnado?
I say you go with one, I'll go with the other.
Okie dokie. I think Laney's going with the other one, too. We got 3 going.
I like it.
Swears to
bunt, pulls it back, and that's going to go for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. This is what I like about Don. If anybody knows Don, and by the way, if you're a Gulf Coast fan, if you ever see Don working a ball game down there, be sure and go by and tell him thank you. Don does a great job as just working basically on his own with the other coaches as the SID down there at Gulf Coast. So show him a little love when you see him at a ball game.
Ooh.
As that pitch, wow, called a strike.
Gifted.
I typed VARNADO. He says yes. So Varnado.
So it is Varnado.
Yes.
Well, all right, we swapping.
As that pitch is popped up and out of play. You know, I don't want to bring this up and just kind of make it a sore subject here, Brad, but,
okay.
I did say chili is a soup, and you did not, and I was right about that name as well.
Well, you did, but I still we're still questioning whether chili is a soup, as that one's chopped foul right there. It's almost like the question of is a hamburger a sandwich?
There's a hot dog a sandwich. That's another good question.
I mean, you can look at either one of them. One of them's called a hamburger, the other's called a hot dog. Are they a sandwich? Laney says hamburger's a sandwich, hot dog's not a sandwich.
As this is a flare down the right side, it's going to get out of play. We'll hang on to that one for the second game.
Yeah, there's just some similarities in those questions.
Very true. I'm having to, my iPad has almost died on me, so I had to charge it up real quick. I was going to also keep an eye on the selection shows as we go throughout the day.
Yeah, today is Selection Sundays. That one's going to be pop back foul back here. Still 1-2 count, but it is Selection Sunday for the NCAA tournament. Everybody will be getting their brackets out and what they call it, bracketology.
Yes. My buddy Robbie Donahoe, who used to work at WCBI, now teaching up in Indiana, he is absolutely bonkers about his bracket. As this pitch hit hard to the third baseman, finds it. There's
play.
One. Can there be two? Yes, there is.
Morris again down there, and I'm just telling you, if they to this point in the season, Adam,
yes,
if they gave out Gold Gloves in NJCAA, Morris would be right there at the top because he has played a solid defensive third base all season thus far. And right there's another example because that was a hard-hit ground ball and started the double play and got it.
Brad, that is the combined 4th double play of the game, and we're only in the top of the 4th inning.
And then we got another game after this.
Yeah, we do. That first pitch, a breaking pitch, that slides in there for a strike to Parnell. That one in the dirt, 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one drifts just a bit high. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, normally 4 o'clock start, Adam. We're looking at a second game, or so. But as he swings through that one, but we changed things up today. We're doing a 4 o'clock start just because of the weather down here. Those back up in North Mississippi, when I say North, Fulton area, didn't get the rain today, but it was raining down here when we got here, and holds up on that one as that's going to be a ball 3, full count. And so just trying to help, of course, comply. And East Mississippi wanted us to hold up a little bit, rightfully so, due to the weather. Again, 4 o'clock start. As that one strike 3, got him looking.
Huge Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. As we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Morris, Ware, and McCray scheduled up for the Indians. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Your knee is a complex joint with many components, making it vulnerable to a variety of injuries. Some of the most common knee injuries include fractures, dislocations, sprains, and ligament tears. Many knee injuries can successfully be treated with simple measures such as bracing, rehabilitation, and exercise. The other injuries may require surgery to correct. At our injury clinic, we commonly see meniscal tears that occur during sports. Tears in the meniscus can occur when twisting, cutting, pivoting, or being tackled. Meniscal tears may also occur as a result of arthritis or aging. Just an awkward twist when getting up from a chair may be enough to cause a tear if the meniscus has weakened with age. The most common symptoms of meniscus tears are pain, stiffness, swelling, catching or locking of your knee, the sensation of your knee giving way, and if you are not able to move your knee through its full range of motion. The RICE protocol is effective for most sports-related injuries. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation. Remember that at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Beastie Boys playing over the PA system. Dr. Allen approved, I found out. He is a fan of the Beastie Boys.
I like the Beastie Boys.
As this is Kane taking some more warm-up tosses here as we get set to start the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-1 is the score here in favor of ICC. Got to be Morris, Ware, and McCray scheduled up. Good to see Morris stay in the game, as we talked about. Took a slide into the ankle on a defensive play he made earlier in the contest, but was able to bounce back, and not only that, turn a beautiful 5-4-3 double play in the top half of this inning. So he'll start us off here in the bottom of the 4th with ICC leading 4-1. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. It's Kane, he's done a pretty good job. He's scattered 3 hits so far, but walks and hit batters have come back to haunt him a little bit. As that pitch finds the corner of the plate, 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and no outs as Morris is starting us off here.
Got him.
And gets him swinging there. That is his second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And it looks like that time Kane just said, all right, I'm going to throw in the fastball, see what you can do with it.
Yeah, and he just wasn't able to handle it. It was on the outside part of the plate, too. He had 2 strikes. And so it's not a pitch you're really going to try to pull or need to pull. And so just need to try to make contact with as best as possible and unable to do so. Well out in front of that one, it's Brock Ware. Had that big triple last at bat, or his first at bat of the game, Adam, and but well out in front of that first pitch, 0-1 count.
As Brad mentioned, that triple as he misses on that one. So he went fastball, fastball, fastball. Now he's off speed, off speed. And so he's mixing them up well here. Ware the DH here in game 1. Was it that pitch missing low for a ball? 1-2 now is the count. You know, they talk about that freeze coming through, Brad. You can feel that breeze. I know y'all most definitely can because you're right there in front of that window, but that temperature's dropping in a hurry.
Definitely, yeah. The wind down here, you can feel that it is definitely cooled off here, especially considering the weather that we had last week during spring break week.
2-2 pitch, grounder. Second baseman's going to come up, make a play on it. Throw across the way is in time for the out, 4-3 to retire Ware. And now this will be McCray coming up to the plate. He was hit by a pitch, and his only at bat so far. So he'll dig in with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This game's scheduled for 9. Looks at that pitch, and it's going to miss low for a ball. Well, Gulf Coast has had a couple of guys now up getting loose in the bullpen. As we mentioned, not too sure where the bullpen is here. This is going to be a shot out, and it's going to drop, and this is going to go for a Davis Ford double for McCray.
Yeah, it's a gapper right there, definitely, and a stand-up double for Dre McCray there. I know he's glad to see that happen right here. Dre's kind of been off and on this year a little bit, but that was a solid hit. We know what kind of bat Dre can swing, and right there he proved it again. And so a double here, it is a 2-out double, but that does bring up Hayden Roberts, the left fielder.
He reached on a fielder's choice that drove in a run, and his only a bat so far in the contest. 2 outs and a runner at second. That pitch going to miss low for a ball. Roberts playing in left field. Pretty much where he's been defensively all season for the Indians. 1-0 is the count. Kane's pitch on its way. That one runs inside. 2-0 now is the count. 2-0 Southern Miss leading Marshall. That's after 4 innings complete. 2-0 pitch on its way. That one low, blocked up nicely there. Runner will not advance, and now the count goes 3-0.
I was trying to check through this, see about these selections and Selection Sunday. Now,
I think it's a little bit later on in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I can't remember what time it starts.
I don't either, but I know that right now the prediction is Mississippi State would be in the South bracket as a number 10 seed.
That pitch in there for a strike, taking the whole way that time was Roberts. That sounds about right. I was thinking a 9 or 10 seed for State.
They would play in Indianapolis if that's the case.
Hey, you want to hit the road?
Hit the road.
I've got us a place to stay. As there's a pitch in there for strike 2, 3-2 now is the count.
Got a place up in Indianapolis.
Yeah, my buddy Robbie. He lives in Carmel, right above Indianapolis.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I know for a fact he'll be at that game. So now the count goes full at 3-2. This one hit, and it's going to be trouble. It's going to drop, and this is going to score another run for the Indians. A clutch 2-out hit there by Roberts.
Yeah, clutch single right there. You mentioned, and he had 2 strikes on him. So great piece of hitting right there by Roberts to drop that as a line shot, basically over second. Center fielder had to come up. There was no shot with Dre running on that once the ball was hit. Dre was running on it. Definitely going to score easily, and he did. That's going to bring out the Gulf Coast coach. They're going to make a change.
Call to the bullpen with 2 outs here in the inning. ICC leads it 5-1. We'll take the break with them and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. No. no, no, no!
Taste them for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, as we do have a call to the bullpen here, as this will be Braden Scott coming to take over for Brandon Kane. He'll inherit a runner on first with 2 outs. And this is going to be Jackson Lee coming to the plate. Lee 1 for 2 on the day with a single in his last at bat. Looks at that first pitch high for a ball. So 1-0 the count here to Lee. He also flew out to right field in his first at bat of the day. Runner at first. This one hit, foul back, out of play, and that even things up here at 1-1.
Yeah, Braden Scott, freshman right-handed pitcher, comes in with 6 appearances on the year. He doesn't have a win or a loss, but he does have 2 saves, 12 in the third innings pitched, giving up 12 hits, 8 runs. As that one's going to
rounder to second, and the throw over is in time for the putout.
9 walks, 10 Ks, Adam, and a 5.11 ERA.
Well, a good job of coming in there and stopping a little bit of the bleeding there for the Bulldogs as he gets the ground out to end the inning. But ICC does add another run to the board. They lead it 5-1 here after 4 complete. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we head to the top of the 5th inning, ICC leading this one 5-1. Aiken still on the hill here for the Indians. As for Gulf Coast, we'll flip it to the top of the lineup now as Kane, who was pitching, will be the DH, so he will stay in the game. He's officially no at-bats. He's walked twice, scored once, has been left stranded. So Kane, Stevens, and Jackson scheduled up here in the top of the 5th for the Bulldogs. That pitch going to miss low for a ball. Well, Raphael Henry, he's shooting highlights of today's action. You can see those on our YouTube channel. All you got to do is search Let's Go ICC on YouTube, all one word, Let's Go ICC. Is that pitch a breaking pitch in there for a strike to Kane? 1-1 now is the count. Breaking pitch missing low, 2-1. Cal Brown taking photos of today's game. You can order those photos. Downloads available for $1. And you can visit ICC Images. That pitch in there for a strike. ICCimages.com.
Yeah, 2-2 count there. Good pitch right there on the part of Aikens to catch the corner there.
So waiting the 2-2 offering. That one's going to miss low now. 3-2 is the count here to Kane. So waiting the 3-2 offering here.
Good
swing
pitch.
And a miss for strike 3.
That's that nasty breaking pitch that he brought back in there. Aikens did, and it's been working for him today thus far, and worked for him there to get the first big out of the inning there, getting Kane out, getting that leadoff batter. That helped out tremendously. That's going to bring up Stevens your shortstop.
He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single back in the first inning. Listen to that pitch outside for a ball. That last strikeout was back-to-back strikeouts for Akins, and he's now got 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts on the afternoon. That pitch missing inside 2-0. Or I should say pre-evening. It's not quite evening yet. When do you call it evening? When do you shift to evening? 6 o'clock?
I'm already at evening.
Okay, so you're already there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. I'll wait till about 6. So.
Well, I mean, in this time of year, it's hard to say that.
It is.
I mean, because when your days are longer and you're still looking out and it still looks, I mean, just like the day, you know, I see your pre-evening.
3-0 pitch,
Good
and
pitch.
that one misses.
Oh.
And that will go for a ball.
But I will say there is some luck of the Irish going on, you know, for St. Paddy's Day, not luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
The St. Paddy's Day luck apparently extends down to spring training because the Pirates won today,
Heck
8-4, beat the Rays.
Say, were we playing ourselves? So a 1-out walk, and this will bring Dom Jackson to the plate. He had a double his last time up, but was erased on a fielder's choice. He also has a sacrifice fly. That was back in the first inning, and he counts for the only score of the game so far. Checks his swing, and they're going to say it's a 1-1 count.
Yeah, I don't. He didn't go around on that one.
Did not.
Speaking of that, March 20th is actually the opening. It's not the opening day, but the season begins for MLB because you'll have the Dodgers and the Padres, as that's ball 2 right there, playing in Seoul, Korea, I believe. And then the opening day is the 28th of March.
And that'll be when we're officially out of contention for the World Series. 2-1 now is the count. Runner at first. Big, healthy swing and a miss at that one. 2-2 is the count.
Yeah, swinging at that one to try to pull it. He's a left-handed batter and trying to pull it out there into the Gulf Coast bullpen. And that was a pitch that you really can't pull, or you can try all day and not really going to. So good pitch, 2-2 count.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here. This one fouled back. Nice job finding a piece of that one just to keep the at-bat alive here.
Yeah, and that's what he was able to do better on that one. He's kind of stuck the bat out there, knowing he just need to make contact to stay alive here and try to work Akins a little bit further here up that pitch count. Still a 2-2 count, 1 out.
So the 2-2 pitch on its way. That one's going to hang up high and outside. 3-2 now is the count. Well, you can tie the Pirates into St. Patrick's Day because if you look at St. Patrick, we'll continue this after this pitch, and this is useless knowledge, if you will. Well, not really useless knowledge, as that's going to be a ball 4, but St. Patrick was kidnapped by pirates, was held in captive for, I think, 6 years, and then he was able to escape and break free, and so the St. Patrick is one of those that you can overcome the bad times and go on to have some good times.
Well, I did not know that.
So that's the abbreviated version of that.
Let me use that tomorrow. What they call a balk right there on Akins. So now that's going to advance your runners to second and third now with 1 out. And here the Indians are finding themselves in. Coach Collier's going to come out and ask and get kind of a determination of what Akins did to cause the balk. Got the determination and turned around and going back. But Indians finding themselves now where they were kind of cruising through some innings here with Gulf Coast, where now they got their, the backs against the wall here in the 5th inning here with runners at second and third and only 1 out.
So really the first hiccup of the day for Akins there is that pitch in there for a strike. So both runners will advance. So now runners on second and third. Big opportunity here for the Bulldogs if they can find something going. As that pitch in the dirt, beautiful job there by Collier to block it up and not allow the ball to get away. Runners have to stay put.
Yeah, that breaking pitch, if it gets in the dirt, it has been very difficult to manage. And when I say in the dirt, in the turf out there, not knowing how it's going to hop or get away from you and all that. Collier did a great job of smothering it up, as now that's going to be ball 2. 2-1. So, again, I would like to tell y'all if anyone's in our bullpen, but I don't know.
We'll try to locate that here in a moment.
Good pitch.
That pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. The reason why we're saying that is obviously we're playing in East Mississippi, not where we're accustomed to playing for home games. It's easy to see the visitors' bullpen out there in right field.
Correct.
So the 2-2 pitch on its way.
Good pitch.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Huge Renaissance Bank strikeout there.
Yeah, and you saw Aikens fired up, obviously. Needed to be. And you're seeing some fire in the gut there, and that's something that we haven't seen a lot of previously. I know last week when we played Holmes, a game where we didn't see that, and I like seeing that. Again, battling back, he had the ball because that's ball 1 here on Irving, but battle back and got the big K there, 2 outs now in the inning.
So big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. That pitch just up. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, Stone unable to frame it just enough to get it down for the umpire's liking. Nice job of trying to frame it, unable to get the call.
That one in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here against Irving.
Yeah, that breaking pitch, I'm telling you, it is worked so far in baffling Gulf Coast.
There's a ground ball, trouble. Shortstop finds it, long throw. And did he get him? No, he pulls him off the bag. Wow, the simple fact that was close was impressive.
Yeah, great play out there at short to go over and backhand that chopper out there. So you were dealing with Treadaway going over there and making that play. Threw it over to first, and Bo scooped it up.
So he
perfectly.
tried to hang on to it there, and Coach Gardy's going to come out and talk things over here. So breaking the action, we're going to take it with him and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
Well, it looked like they were going to allow him to throw a few more warm-up pitches, but instead they said, come on back. So we'll get you that Little Caesars commercial at the break here. But new pitcher in the game here for the Indians. Brad, tell us more.
You got Tyler Yearwood coming in here for the Indians. He's had 4 appearances on the year. He's got a 1-2 record. Does have 14 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 10 hits on 11 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks, 3.14 ERA.
As that pitch in there for a strike, this is Palazzo that will welcome him to the ball game. There's runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the inning. Palazzo 1 of 2 on the day with a single. That pitch outside, missing for a ball, evens things up now at 1-1. Talked about Selection Sunday, the overall #1 seed. Kind of surprising here. Nah, I mean, not really, but to some it was. But UConn,
It's a UConn.
getting the number 1 seed. Some people thought Purdue might have a shot at it. 1-1 pitch. This one fouled off, and that one straight back, and now the count goes 1-2.
Yeah, good breaking pitch there. Again, Yearwood out in front here on Palazzo with a 1-2 count. So got 2 outs now. Anything on the ground should, of course, you should be able to get the out here at any base.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. This one popped out or play, and we'll stay at 1-2 once again here. So they've announced all the East region, and that's where Auburn's going to end up. Auburn and UAB. So 1-2 now is the count with 2 outs. Ball in the dirt, gets away, and the runners will be able to advance here.
Yeah, that's another what we've been talking about today is once that ball gets down in this turf like that, it just kind of is taking weird hops. And that time it got down and Stone was able to block it up to keep it from getting to the backstop, but it kind of bounced off to the side toward the Indians' dugout toward third base. Took a little bit for Stone to locate it and had to have a little help. Runners advanced to second and third. And that's
going to be an error here. They're going to ask the runner to score from second, and that's going to be huge. Throw is not going to be in time. So E6 on the play, and that allows 2 runs to score. Heads up base running there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good job on their end. After Treadaway made such an excellent play a while ago there at short and able to scoop up that backhand, that one right there, just kind of got in his glove and just bobbled out and just fell back to the ground kind of deep in the hole of short, unable to make the play, and that ball's going to hit Mancha there, and so he's going to be awarded first base, and now you'll have a first and second here with
this is Varnado.
Varnado, thank you.
He will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Does
Varnado.
He did hit into a Little Caesars double play. That last run that scored was Irving, and that closed the book on Akins for the day. There's a big looping pitch that just would not fall into the strike zone. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, it's up in the zone. Don't want to leave that one up there, Yearwood, if you're Yearwood, too much because they'll tee off on that pitch. So get that one down, ball 1.
See a catcher heading to the bullpen area. So the Indians might be looking to get somebody up in a hurry here. So there's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop's going to step in front of it, step on the bag, and that will do it. But the Bulldogs put 3 on the board there as they're going to make it a 1-run contest. Here as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Game 1 scheduled for 9 here. A big inning there, Brad, for the Bulldogs, as it's now a 5-4 contest after the Bulldogs score 3 in the top half of the inning.
Yeah, looking at the scoreboard, of course, you got 5 hits to 5 hits right there, kind of equal on both sides for the Indians and the Gulf Coast Bulldogs here. 5 hits on each apiece there, whereas the Lions have a, not the Lions, looking out there, sorry, wrong on the scoreboard. Indians have 1 error.
And that error was a big one. It's allowed 2 runs to score before they can get out of that inning there, as this will be Settlemyers to the plate here for the Indians. Swings on the first pitch, fouls this one out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, Settlemyers flew out and grounded out what I've got here, and it was a double play the last time he was up.
So State did not make the South region.
No, they did not. So that prediction earlier was whoever I was looking at on that bracketology had it wrong. Weather State, and that's ball one right there. Yep. And, with some of the bracket busters that we've seen happening out there, kind of like North Carolina State, the Wolfpack, you could find State looking on that.
Oh, this is trouble.
That's
deep
gone.
Left field. Holla at you later.
Yeah.
Solo home run to start the inning there by Settlemyers.
There's a no-doubter right there. And, of course, I don't know if you can see it, and you probably can on the as far as what Adam's showing you here on the video, but that's a tall wall out in left field. It is 310 down the left field line down there, but very tall, and there was a no-doubter once Settlemyers hit that one that was definitely a home run.
Yep, kind of reminds you a lot of Fenway, where you have that big wall you got to climb out there. You can see a little bit there in the corner of your screen, but big answer there as that pitch across for a strike, as the Indians get one of those runs of 3 given up there in the top half of the inning.
Yeah, definitely big for the Indians right there to go ahead and get one of those back. As Stone's going to ground that one to short, and they're going to get that.
6-3 to retire Collier for the first time today, as he had hit a home run and walked before that at bat. And now with 1 out in the inning, this is going to bring up Bo Rock. Rock is 0 for 2 with a ground into a double play and a strikeout. All right, well, we'll go to the West as the overall 4th seed is.
Bo swings at the first one.
And the throw is in time. Nice scoop over there at first base.
Yeah, good job by the second baseman over there, too, with Gulf Coast to get over and make that play. It was, second baseman was kind of shaded over because Bo's a left-hander, and so was shaded more toward first, and so he was able to get his range of motion over there and kind of make the field that ground ball cleanly and get the throw over in time.
So with 2 away now, there's going to be a ground ball. A shortstop backhands this one. Throw across the way and not in time. Nice job there as Treadaway showing off some speed. Did not hesitate getting out of the box. And that would be a 2-out single.
Yeah, good job by Treadaway not giving up on it from the get-go, and that's what you're taught, run it out either way. And that time it works, and that's what that shows you right there, what running it out does. And, of course, Treadaway's a left-handed batter, and he does have some wheels on him. Chopper to short, just unable to get it there in time.
So a 2-out single now for the Indians. Runner goes. Throw is
not in time. No, got him.
In time. Caught him stealing, and the shortstop now is shaken up on the play, and hopefully he is okay, as he is in a lot of pain out there in the infield. We're going to take the timeout and be back with more right after this. 6-4, ICC with the lead.
Your knee is a complex joint with many components, making it vulnerable to a variety of injuries. Some of the most common knee injuries include fractures, dislocations, sprains, and ligament tears. Many knee injuries can successfully be treated with simple measures such as bracing, rehabilitation, and exercise. The other injuries may require surgery to correct. At our injury clinic, we commonly see meniscal tears that occur during sports. Tears in the meniscus can occur when twisting, cutting, pivoting, or being tackled. Meniscal tears may also occur as a result of arthritis or aging. Just an awkward twist when getting up from a chair may be enough to cause a tear if the meniscus has weakened with age. The most common symptoms of meniscus tears are pain, stiffness, swelling, catching or locking of your knee, the sensation of your knee giving way, and if you are not able to move your knee through its full range of motion. The RICE protocol is effective for most sports-related injuries. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation. Remember that at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we move to the top of the 6th inning, ICC gets a solo home run off the bat of Settlemyers to start the bottom of the 5th. And so we're in the top of the 6th. And this will be, who is this? This is Parnell. As that pitch missing outside for a ball. Well, Brad, your Bulldogs are heading to North Carolina, the number 8 seed in the West region, and they'll play Izzo and Michigan State.
Ball's chopped up the middle, short. Gonna be a hard play.
Nope, had the ball kind of slipped out of his hand in the exchange.
Yeah, it's going to be close either way you looked at it, but I'm sure he was looking at the speed of Parnell right there, and so it's going to be an infant single.
Yep.
But, yes, the Dogs, with the noise they made in the SEC tournament, getting 2 big victories there, able to get the call there for Selection Sunday and making the tournament, so good for them. They're going to have to keep the momentum going to get past Michigan State as they square the bunt right here. Kane does, and
that's going to be an error.
That's going to be an error on the pitcher, on Yearwood.
E1 on the play, as that was a tough landing for Kane as he tried to dive into first thinking it might have been a bang-bang play. And so he'll reach on the error, and now the Bulldogs, they got something going here. They're trailing by 2 here in the top of the 6th inning, and the tying run is at first. And this will bring Stevens to the plate. Well, Brad, so you get Michigan State, you win that one, and then you get the winner out of Howard, Wagner, whoever wins that one, and North Carolina. You get North Carolina.
Tough task for the Dogs. As Stevens squares around, pulls back, ball 1 right there. But, yeah, the Dogs got a tough task. Coach Jan's down there, I'm sure they are excited about making the big dance, but making it to the tournament, but got a tough task ahead of them.
Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a beautiful one. Only one play, and it's going to be to first, and it's in time, and that's going to be a sacrifice bunt. 1-3 on the put out there. Runners do advance that sacrifice bunt, being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. Reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located right across the street from the Davis Event Center, and they meet Tuesday nights at 7.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, Gulf Coast, they're going to talk it over here with Dom Jackson in a minute, but Gulf Coast is an excellent team about getting the bunts down. I mean, and of course you mentioned some of that coming in with the speed they have and all that, but they do a phenomenal job of playing position baseball and positional awareness there and getting the bunt down and when they need to, making it tough on the Indian defense here to get the out. So do have 1 out, but you got runners at 2nd and 3rd here with who they probably won't have to plate in this situation with Dom Jackson, their number 3 batter. And then, of course, you got Keller behind him as your cleanup.
Yeah, Dom is 1 for 1 today. He's got a sacrifice fly, a walk. He has scored a run. He's doubled and also driven in another. Sun's starting to peek out here in Scuba as this pitch lifted, trouble, deep right field. Right fielder going back will catch it, and this will be a sacrifice fly once again as that one, ICC fans had to hold their breath for a second. It looked like it might have had a chance of getting out of the ballpark.
Yeah, just Dre McCray did an excellent job of getting over there and getting under it at the warning track in right field to get the out there. But job done, because what it did was a sacrifice fly, as you mentioned, got the run in and moved the other runner up to 3rd now. So 1 out and a runner at 3rd.
Tying run at 3rd is that breaking pitch in there for a strike. 6-5 is the score as this is Keller at the plate.
That should be 2 outs, shouldn't it, Adam?
Yes, 2 outs. 2 outs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I was wrong on that myself.
So that pitch finds the corner for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. See, after the sacrifice bunt and the sacrifice fly, is 2 outs in the inning now. 0-2 is the count here to Keller. He has struck out twice today. Make it 3 times. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout with the tying run at third. We'll take a break. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6-5, ICC with the lead here in Game 1 over the Bulldogs. As this will be Jarrett Morris, who was at bat when the runner was caught stealing, so he will dig in as that pitch missing for a ball. Morris, Ware, and McCray scheduled up here. There's a ground ball to the left side. Shortstop comes up with it. Throw across the way is in time. Nice stretch over there at first to get the out. So 1 away. As that was a bang-bang play, but a good stretch over there at first base to get the out. And now this will bring Brock Ware to the plate. Ware 1 for 2 on the day with a triple, an RBI, and a run scored. So 6-3 on that last put out of Morris. And Ware will dig in with 1 out in the inning. That pitch missing low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to Ware. That pitch drifts high. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th. And that pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count to Ware.
Yeah, still got a 6-5 matchup here with, and I know you've mentioned that, but the Indians would love to be able to tack on some more here on the board, Adam. As Brock Ware swings through that one, that's 2 strikes right there, 2-2 count. But, you further along you go, you'd love to go ahead and start tacking on a few more runs if you're the Indians. Get some base runners going here. Get back to the hot where we were when we were heated up there.
There's a shot off the fist of Ware. Shortstop comes up, throws over, and back-to-back 6-3 putouts to start the inning here for the Bulldogs. So now that will bring McCray up to the plate. He doubled and scored a run, and his last at-bat, he was also hit by a pitch, so 1 for 1 on the day is McCray. He's another guy. If his bat ever gets hot, he can do a lot of damage, and the Indians looking for that bat to get hot right now would be an opportune time.
Yeah, had that big double, as you mentioned. It was a gapper. That's strike. He takes strike 1 there, but we've seen Dre hit some shots that would definitely make it over that left field wall out there.
That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Of course, at this point, if you're the Indians, you'll take what you can get, anything you can get, just to continue to produce base runners and manufacture runs.
That pitch looked up but called a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Excellent frame job there by the Gulf Coast catcher back there to pull that one down a little bit, and just for the umpire's liking.
And McCray fouls this one off to keep the at-bat alive here at 1-2. This is game 1 of 2 as we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC with a 6-5 lead, but momentum starting to shift the way of the Bulldogs here of late. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch here to McCray. This one jammed him, but it's going to be fouled off, and even when he jammed him, Brad, that one might have had enough to get out of the ballpark.
Yeah, Dre's got some power, and we've seen it over the course of this is his 2nd year with us, and so definitely has some power. It's just a matter of, like you say, when that bat gets hot, you definitely got to watch out for it.
1-2 pitch. That one hangs up high. 2-2 now is the count. So count evens up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th. And they're going to say, did he go? He did not. Ooh. I'm with you, Brad. That might be a big-time break there for the Indians.
Well, I thought they had him, but hey, good for the Indians. Did not. Runs the count to full.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Scott to McCray. And McCray couldn't catch up with the high heat there, and a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, go the Indians. Momentum shifting the way of the Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a Goodman Brewing here, 6-5 ICC with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the top of the 7th inning. 6-5 is the score. This is going to be Irving, Palazzo, and Mancha scheduled up. There's a ground ball, right side. Second baseman scoops it up, throws it over in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out, and a nice start to the inning there for Yearwood.
Number 14, Palazzo.
So now this will bring Palazzo to the plate. He reached on an error that allowed 2 runs to score. In his last at bat, he's also singled and flew out to center to end the 3rd. Big time breaking pitch there, just a little bit too high for the umpire's liking. 1-0 is the count here to Palazzo. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good breaking pitch right there, part of Yearwood.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the 7th. This game scheduled for 9 innings, with it being game 1. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. So awaiting the 1-2 offering here. Yearwood taking his time, now set to deliver. This one popped back, and that one over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. And
got Laney's attention.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's one of those that anytime one's coming straight back, we're going to be very alert.
Hope for the best.
So the count will stay 1-2. That one in the dirt. Nobody on base to have to worry about there. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here. Top of the 7th inning, ICC leading game 1, 6-5. That pitch up high. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Yearwood, of course, throwing, kind of battling, losing. You know, he had the strikes on him, had him early, and then he's Of course, he's going to get him to pop up right there. I don't know if that's going to stay in play or not, Adam.
Morris is going to give chase, and
Nope.
just going to hit off the top of the East Mississippi dugout there on the third base side. And Morris gave chase. Collier was there. Just ran out of real estate, and so another opportunity coming up here for Palazzo. And so the count is full at 3-2. One out here, top of the seventh. And that one's missing. Lost him and had a walk. And
well, you'd normally think, generally in that case, you want your guy who walks to hustle down to first, again, because the ball got away from Stone, got back here to the backstop almost. And, sometimes you may want to try that second base on that. But he just took his time on the walk getting down there, which rightfully so. There's only one out, but good for Gulf Coast if that's what they want. But you do have a runner at first here, and now, like you said, Mancha.
Mancha is going to commit on the swing, and that'll be strike one. Sun coming out again here at the ballpark, so it's starting to settle. So anything hit to the right side, especially to the outfield, could be a little bit of trouble. 0-1 now is the count with Mancha at the dish. That pitch in there for strike two, and Mancha not happy with that one as he kind of throws his head back, looking up at the sky. But you got to be careful. Don't want to give the umpire too much real estate to pull the string on strike three. Snap throw over to first, and that one's going to get away, and the runner dove back, will not be able to advance. So that was a big-time break there for the Indians.
Yeah, big-time break right there. Bo wasn't able to get to it and knock it down, but at least the fencing area back there had the ball kind of bounce back far enough where they weren't able to advance on it, and so it kept the runner at first.
So 0-2 is the count. And that one thrown behind him.
Yeah, I don't know how that didn't hit him.
As 1-2 now is the count here to Mancha. He was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. He did single, but was erased on a Little Caesars double play, and he's also lined out to center field. Awaiting the 1-2 offering here. Swung on and missed for strike three.
Yeah, big K right there to come back and get him after, basically throwing one behind him right there and looking kind of shaky whether or not he was going to find the strike zone again. And he found it and got the big out right there. So 2 outs now in the inning, as you mentioned.
That was the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Yearwood. Runner at first with 2 outs. That pitch high and outside for a ball, as this is Varnado at the plate. Actually, I think I just gave the last stats. Actually, I gave you was from Varnado.
Yeah.
Is that pitch in there for a strike?
So
he grounded out to end the 5th inning, and then also hit into a double play and lined out to center.
So it is Varnado, even though we had somebody else playing second.
Let me double check that. That could be a change. That is wearing number 1.
Well, it is Varnado.
So it is Varnado at the plate. We did have someone check in at second.
Yeah.
Number 4.
That was Holloman that checked in at second last inning, wasn't it?
It was. So, the shortstop was shaken up, so Varnado may have switched over to short.
May have.
As that pitch, missing 3-1 now is the count. So 3-1 is the count here to Varnado. Two outs in the inning. This pitch flared out to the right side. Right fielder going back and will make the play on the warning track, and the Indians again flirting with disaster, but able to get out of that inning with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. ICC leading at 6-5. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience. If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, and thanks to the sharp eye of Miss Laney, we do now know what's going on here as Varnado has shifted to third. The second baseman is number 4, Holloman, and 2 is the shortstop, that's Stevens. So that is your defensive alignment that happened an inning or so ago.
Yeah, so Holloman should be batting, I'm assuming, where Keller was batting in the lineup.
Yes. As that pitch is going to miss low, as this is Hayden Roberts at the plate here for the Indians. If you're just now joining us, wondering what the heck is the Indians batting in the bottom of the 7th here, leading 6-5, well, that's because game ones in conference play are scheduled for 9 innings. Indians lead this one 6-5, but momentum is starting to shift the way of the Bulldogs here of late. As that pitch in there for a strike, 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye by Roberts. Again, patience at the plate. Go back to being patient. Indians showed patience early, and now they're going to say he went around. Now they say I don't think he went around on that one, but Gulf Coast tried anyway there. 2-2 count there. But the Indians were showing more patience earlier in the game when Kane was out there, and then quickly at the plate, just kind of going up there and not taking as many pitches as they were and seeing as many pitches. So love to see that patience come back, which you're seeing it now with Hayden Roberts as he now runs the count to full, doing a good job there on his end to try to get on base.
Count goes full now at 3-2 as Roberts leading us off here in the bottom of the 7th. Swings on that one, and Coach McCrory gets out of the way, and we'll stay at 3-2. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Bonds bring this action here. We mentioned it's a home game for the Indians, but hosted here at East Mississippi. So the count full at 3-2. This time turns on another one, but the first baseman is there for it. He'll scoop it up and step on the bag for out number 1.
Yeah, kind of had him inside on the fist there, and he was able to kind of fist it out there and turn on it to first, but that's about all he was able to do with it. And so it was kind of easy pickup there for first baseman, and gets the first out of the inning.
Now we'll flip it back to the top of the lineup here, and this will be Jackson Lee. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single. He grounded out to second to end the 4th in his last at-bat. And takes that pitch for a ball.
Yeah, good eye there by Jackson.
1-0 is the count here to Lee. He's playing in center field. That pitch goes a little high. 2-0 now is the count.
Sun will come out, then it'll go away.
Can't make up his mind what it wants to do.
Yeah, so
2-0 pitch, and that one's high and outside. 3-0 now. Quickly hitting the count is Jackson Lee.
Yeah, fully expecting to be taken here.
So waiting the 3-0 pitch here to Lee. Red light was on, and that one in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the 3-1 offering here. This one popped up. Center fielder and right fielder giving chase. Center fielder calls him off, and we'll get it for the out. Well, just got underneath that one, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, just got underneath it, but the guy that's coming up to the plate just didn't get under his last one that he hit back in the 5th inning when it was a no-doubter out in left field.
So 2 outs now, and this will be Jackson Settlemyers. Swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls this one back and out of play for strike 1. Yeah, that was one of those, as we said, not a very deep porch out there in left, but it would have been out in anybody's ballpark as he absolutely tattooed. As this one Hit hard again. This one going towards the center field wall. Center fielder going back, drifting over, and will make the play on the warning track. Well, hit it to the deepest part of the park out there in right center, and the center fielder with back-to-back putouts to end the threat. 3 up, 3 down go the Indians. We've played 7 here in Scuba. 6-5, ICC with the lead. Let's take the break and be back with more right after this.
At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, we have been working continually through the crisis to meet the needs of our community. Our walk-in clinic is a service that we provide to our patients that want to avoid the wait and exposure of the emergency room. At the walk-in clinic, you can do just that. Walk in with no prior appointment or phone call. We provide specialized treatment for physical injuries like broken bones, sprained wrists and ankles, joint and tendon pain, and sports-related injuries. You can get in, out, and on the road to recovery quicker. The walk-in clinic is equipped on-site with x-ray imaging, casting technicians, durable medical equipment, and injection specialists. Our team is supported by the orthopedic surgeons of the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Our staff is specially trained in orthopedic-related injuries. We ensure that you will receive the best care for your orthopedic needs. Remember, at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back as we head to the top of the 8th inning here. It'll be Parnell, what we think is Kane and Stevens scheduled up. That does appear to be the case. So that will be who's due up here. As that pitch in there for a strike. Parnell singled and scored a run his last time up. He's also struck out looking to end the 4th and grounded out to the first baseman, as there was that one fouled back. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Indians love to get up, get 3 ups, 3 down here if they're possible here in the 8th, and and then pick up that extra insurance run or 2 if possible in the bottom of the 8th. But kind of gone quiet here recently, as that's a good breaking pitch.
Just a little upstairs.
Just a little high, yeah. So, but not a bad pitch there, 1-2.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. This is Yearwood on the hill for the Indians. This one popped up. Could be trouble, but the left fielder Roberts is going to come in and squeeze it for the out. Thought it was going to be in no man's land there for a second, Brad.
Yeah, well, he hit it so high, and that's it allowed our left fielder out there to adjust and basically get up there and make the catch in Hayden Roberts. So excellent job there, kind of making the adjustment right off the bat and getting up there and getting the first out.
So this will be Kane, who reached on an error his last time up. That pitch missing low for a ball. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Kane last at bat laid down that just a good bunt there that we were unable to really field there cleanly and got an error on it. But as that strike swings through, that one, that's strike 2. But Kane has walked previously twice on the day.
So the 1-2 pitch coming here, and that one, up a little too much for the umpire's liking. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, couldn't get him to chase it. Not a bad pitch, not a bad location right there by Yearwood.
2-2 pitch. This one popped up a mile high here. Second baseman's going to jog back. Now the right fielder calls him off and has to find an extra gear to run in and catch that one for out number 2.
Yeah, good job right there, and that's 2 right there. Roberts out in left field, McCray out in the right field doing their job out there. You want that to be their ball if possible. You really don't want your short or your second baseman to have to turn around and try to make those plays and catch those high pop flies that are just kind of short there, just right out of the infield. So good job by the Etowah defense.
That pitch missing low and outside for a ball, as this is Stevens now at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning. 6-5, ICC with the lead. And that one missing low. 2-0 now is the count here to Stevens. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. He's walked, scored a run, flew out to left, and also has singled. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs, nobody on. There's going to be a line drive, and that's going to go for a base hit.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there by Stevens, taking that pitch, kind of inside out, if you want to call it that, and sent it over, lined it over the second baseman's head out to right field. Excellent job. So that's a good piece of 2-out hitting there for them. That gets the runner on, and that's going to bring up Dom Jackson there, Adam.
Yeah, Dom's had a pretty good day at the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a double. He's got 2 sacrifice flies, 2 RBIs. He's walked and scored a run. That pitch low and inside for a ball. Yeah, so Jackson, it's been a tough out today, other than the fact when he does get out, they've been productive outs. So 1-0 pitch coming. And this is hit, and it's going to be on a rope, and it's going to drop in front of a diving center fielder. This is going to tie the ball game. And that is going to be a double there for Jackson. An RBI double that scored Stevens, and we've got a tie ball game.
Yeah, and that's one of those judgment calls, Adam, right there as a center fielder. You know, I mean, you want to dive and make the catch and get the last out of the inning, and it's tough. I mean, but had he not dove and, you know, let the ball go ahead and drop and play the ball defensively, then it would have probably saved that run more than likely. But there again, he had an opportunity to dive and make a great catch. So it's a tough call either way you look at it. So it does get the runner at second there and an RBI, and like you say, tie the game up, as that one is probably going to drop. No, got in.
Was able to run that one down and keep it a tie contest, as a nice recovery out there in center field by Jackson Lee to get the out. Well, the Bulldogs has completed the rally. 6-6 is your score. That takes both Kane and Atkins off the hook in the decision here this afternoon. We'll take a break. Come back with the bottom half of the inning right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We now head to the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher in the game here for the Bulldogs. Adrian Bird will take the hill, and he'll be greeted by Stone Collier. Stone is 1 for 2 on the day with a home run and a walk, as that pitch just a bit high.
Yeah, kind of lost his hat, as he was throwing that first pitch of the inning. Adrian comes in as a sophomore left-handed pitcher, 8 appearances on the year. He does have 4 wins, no losses, 25 innings pitched.
Pitch missing low for a ball, 2.
Lost his hat again. We're going to need to put some glue on that. 21 hits given up, 4 runs and 6 walks, 33 Ks, Adam. And
he needs to go down. Somebody's played a trick on him, is what it is.
He got the wrong hat on.
He's got the wrong hat because it has not stayed on yet.
1.44 ERA. I'm going to get through his stats in a minute because they are phenomenal stats on the year.
That pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. And
I'm kind of surprised, Adam, and I'll be honest with you, Adrian, with his stats here, it looks like he's a starting pitcher. He's coming in relief here, though. There goes the hat again.
That one fouled back. So Out of the 5 pitches that he's thrown, the hat has stayed on all but one of them.
One of them.
Or no, it's come off all but one of them.
Yes.
So the count goes full here to Collier. There's a hard hit ground ball. Shortstop's going to find it, throw it across the way, and is dropped it. The first baseman went to celebrate the play and forgot the ball. E3 on the play. First error of the game there for the Bulldogs. And so this will bring Bo Rock to the plate with a runner at first and no outs here. In the bottom of the 8th, we're tied 6-6.
And the hat came off too, by the way.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Show him bunt and tried to lay that one down. I tell you what, with the third baseman charging in, if that one would have stayed fair and got over his head, that would have been big-time trouble.
Yeah, and third baseman, like you said, was already creeping in there. They're expecting the sack bunt here. And so you got lefty on lefty with Bo. Again, runner at first here. Indians needing to produce this run, get an insurance run.
0-1 pitch and a breaking pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. I tell you what, that's not a pitch you want to throw too often to Bo.
No, and, of course, the bunt obviously wasn't on there, and they may have been thinking the bunt was on, and that's why they threw that pitch.
So 0-2 now is the count. Grounder right back up the middle. Second baseman finds it, tosses it over, and does get the fielder's choice. But that was a little too close for comfort there for Bulldogs fans.
Yeah, great flip there and great job by the second baseman, to be honest with you. He kind of dove, or if you want to call it a diving backhand, and then just flipped it out of the glove to the second baseman. Bird almost, he tried to flip back with his glove around and almost made a catch too. So, again, like you say, fielder's choice, 1 out now with Bo Rock at first.
And now this will be Treadaway coming to the plate. It's that pitch in the dirt, but blocked up nicely. And again, Bird, and you got to think that might take some of Bird's concentration away, as the hat's just, it's almost like it's a size too big.
It would me, I'll be honest.
We're not making fun of the kid.
It's just if my hat kept coming off, every time I'm throwing it, it's almost like you're trying to keep the hat on.
And that pitch missing low for a ball.
I don't really understand. I mean,
it's almost, they look like fitted hats, so it's almost like you picked up someone's hat, or maybe he got a haircut that knocked it down a size.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it would bother me. I'll just say that. I mean, because I'd be sitting there worried every time I go through my motion.
There's a ground ball that's going to get through on the left side of the infield, and that's back-to-back hits now for Treadaway. And now this will bring Morris to the plate.
Yeah, that's big for the Indians right there. It's a 1 out. Now they get your runner in scoring position. So runners at first and second. And, again, Jarrett Morris coming up.
Morris grounded out to the shortstop. He's also struck out. He walked and scored a run all the way back in the second inning. So there's 1 out in the inning now. 6-6 is the score. Runner in scoring position here for the Indians. Runners at first and second with only 1 out here in the inning. Fastball in there for a strike. Oh, 0-1 is the count here to Morris.
Good opportunity.
Third base. Yep.
Good opportunity for the Indians here, Adam.
Morris digging in, awaiting the pitch. That one outside. Good job by Mancha to extend out and keep that one in front of him.
Yeah, got to be careful there, as we've seen with the Indians and Gulf Coast. Anything getting away, getting off to the backstop can definitely be detrimental as far as your runners that are on base, because it tends to bounce around a lot once it gets back there.
1-1 pitch. Flare out to the right side. Right fielder's going to give chase and will camp underneath it for the out, and that will allow the runner to advance from second to third.
Yeah, definitely. That was an easy call there that was going to tag the runner up and move the runner from second to third. The only bad thing about it is now there's 2 outs.
So this is going to bring Brock Ware to the plate. He tripled in his first at bat, but since then has grounded out to second and grounded out to short. So Brock, who is a third-generation Indian, his brother played baseball at ICC, his sister played softball, and that looks like Coach Collier's wanting to come up and possibly make a change here.
Well, you got a lefty on lefty, and that may be what he's thinking. And now he's going to
try to get some more speed on the pace.
Yeah, he's going to get a pinch runner in is what he's going to do.
So this will be.
It's going to be
Powell, maybe?
Kalen Powell?
Yeah, Kalen Powell coming in to run.
For Bo Rock, I think. Yes.
Yep.
So that's Kalen coming in, trying to get a little speed in. Here
especially if the ball gets away and gets by the catcher.
I think that's what he's thinking is because that's what's happened today. If you can get that pitch that's down in the turf, gets by, you can get that speed in and get that run across.
And that one thought for a second, immediately paid off, but a good job by Mancha to glove that one, keep it in front of him there. 1-0 is the count with 2 outs. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. That pitch missing low. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye by Brock Ware there at the plate. Runs the count 2-0 as you mentioned. So being patient up there.
So waiting the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, kind of just out in front of that one. Had him off kilter with his as far as whether he was out on his front foot a little too much there. So first time Brock seeing Bird here. And so it kind of paid off right there, 2-1 count.
2 outs, runners on the corners here for the Indians. This one fouled off his hands, and we'll even up the count now at 2-2.
And Treadaway was moving on that pitch. Of course, you get your first and third offense situation here. Coach Carney was trying to get a little motion, get a little offense produced here and see what Gulf Coast was going to do defensively with this first and third situation.
So 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. 6-6
Trying
is
it
the
again.
score. Runner, they're just going to let him have second.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to either produce a balk right there or get the Bird to throw over, get Treadaway in a rundown, which could then again get Powell in from third base.
Boy, a big pitch coming up here. Something down to the gap would be trouble. 2-2 pitch. That one hangs up high. Now the count goes 3-2.
And that's the only negative about it if you're Gulf Coast. If you allow the stolen base, now you've got 2 runners in scoring position. Anything down in the outfield, especially with Treadaway's speed, Adam is going to score 2.
And there's strike 3. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Ware did not agree with it, but a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to get out of the inning with no damage done. 6-6 is your score. We're going to head to the 9th inning and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go now to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for the Bulldogs, as this is Irving at the plate. As there's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. Yearwood still on the heel here. As this pitch popped up, he's going to get back and out of play. As 0-2 now is the count here on Irving.
6:24, Gore. So here in the 9th
4:01
inning.
opening pitch.
So looks like we're getting close to running into dinner time, or some people call it supper. Just depends on what you call it. Dinner time.
Dinner time. 0-2 pitch, and that one hangs up high for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. I know that's another debate right there. Is it dinner? Is it supper? Some people call lunch dinner.
Yeah, dinner, supper. Dinner.
So that pitch in the dirt, 2-2 now is the count.
I'm with you.
2 balls, 2 strikes. As this is Irving at the dish. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, big breaking pitch right there by Yearwood, hanging in there and throwing that pitch right there and just had him well out in front. Irvin off on his front foot right there for the K, gets the first out of the inning. Huge right there for the Indians.
That is his 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Yearwood. As that pitch is outside for a ball. This is Palazzo at the plate. Looks at that one for a strike.
Yeah, another breaking pitch throwing in there for Yearwood and getting that strike. 1-1 count.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Well, I'll tell you, they have tinted windows here, so it's playing tricks with me every time I look up. I'm like, man, it's really dark out there. But then I look to my right, it's plenty bright. As this pitch popped up in foul territory, pitcher calling everyone off and makes the play. Nice play by Yearwood.
Yeah, good job right there. It could have been anybody's ball, but you really didn't want it to be Stone's ball. But definitely was Yearwood's of the first baseman, which I'm looking at.
That's
that.
Hayden Roberts now playing first, so Powell has come in into left field when Powell came in to run for Bo in that previous inning.
No, that's what I was looking at first. I was expecting Bo. That one, first pitch is fouled back, and I'm like, no, that's not Bo. That's number 24.
Say, if you're looking over there and you see, no offense to Hayden, but you're expecting to see Bo, that's they would not be mistaken as twins.
Yeah, no.
That first pitch fouled out of play. 0-1 now is the count here, as this is Mancha at the plate. That one in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good job here in the 9th inning by Yearwood thus far to get in there and just keep battling, throwing strikes. That's going to be an out.
Nice. That one there for a second. Thought might have his chance to get out and sneak by for a hit, but instead turns into a line drive for the Indians. 8-9-1 batters coming up. Do the Indians have a little walk-off magic in them in the bottom of the 9th? We'll find out. 6-6 is your score. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're heading to the bottom of the 9th inning. ICC and Gulf Coast tied at 6-6 here. Game 1 of 2 this afternoon. And the Indians trying to see if they got some walk-off magic stored in them here late in this one.
Yeah, you're going to start it off here with Dre McCray coming up is going to lead off, and you got Roberts behind him. Dre had a big double in the game. Love to see him produce another one of those gappers that could get down out there and get another double right here to lead off, Adam.
So this is McCray at the plate. Swings on the first one. Right, deep fly ball going back, and it's going to be down to the gap, and that's going to be a double to start the inning here for the Indians. Clutch hit there by McCray.
Big time hit right there. I see a sack right here coming up. mean, anybody should, I would hope, see this, that you're going to have a sack bunt come down and you're going to try to get McCray over to third with no outs, which would then produce one out, and then a deep fly ball would win the game.
Well, I tell you what, that one off the bat sounded really good for a moment. As Coach Collier wanting to call time here, and he's going to talk to Hayden Roberts in this situation. And so now the game-winning run is at second base here after that leadoff double by McCray.
It was smoked is what it was. I mean, he smoked it in the gap. That's 2 gappers he's had today and 2 doubles for Dre McCray.
So now this will be Hayden Roberts coming to the dish here.
The corners are going to come in, as you're seeing there with your first and third, because they're expecting the bunt just like we are.
And so Roberts at the dish, as Brad mentioned, the corners coming in. At first pitch, missing low for a ball.
So far, he didn't show bunt there. I don't know if he was going to hold off or what, but, of course, looking over at Coach Collier, getting signs and signals now.
Corners still coming in. McCray at second. Hayden Roberts at the plate. 1-0 is the count here to Roberts. Roberts swings on that one, fouls it back. 1-1 now is the count. Well, Don sent us a text saying that Bird struggles to keep his hat on. And he said it's been that way all season.
Well, he's done better this inning.
Yeah. So 1-1 is the count. No outs. Winning run at second here for the Indians in the bottom of the ninth. Hayden Roberts at the plate. This time he shows bunt. That pitch goes high. 2-1 now is the count.
Hey, I was waiting to see that. I mean, and he may have been letting him swing away on that first one just to see if he gets strike one and see if there's a pitch he thought he could drive. And then, of course, getting him to bunt here on after he gets one strike on him. So we'll see if he squares around again.
2-1 is the count here. Does show bunt.
Oh, took it.
And took it.
Dang.
2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that hurts right there. You really wanted to get that down right there, or just at least get it out there and see if you could get Dre over. Now you're going to have to rely on it. Try to get the bat on the ball and just see if you can move him over. Anything on the right side of the field here.
And there's strike three. Beautiful breaking pitch in there for strike three, and that is a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout, the third of the game for Bird. And so now we're going to flip it back to the top of the lineup here in Jackson Lee. 1 out, runner at second. Bottom of the ninth, 6-6 is the score.
Yeah, backs your corners up now defensively, so first and third back playing in the regular position.
That hook is in there for a strike. Bird all of a sudden has been able to get on top of that curveball, pulling the string nicely, as that one in there for strike one. It was a double to start it by McCray. He's the possible game-winning run at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Lee at the plate. Looks at that one high and inside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, that one's inside. Like you mentioned, that was too high and tight right there. So 1-1 count there.
Lee is at the dish. He's got 1 hit on the day. Would love for him to find his second one here. 1-1 pitch. That one low and inside. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, too far inside, close to almost hitting him. Would have hit him low there toward the knee area should it have happened. But 2-1 count. Good eye by Lee. Being patient up there, not trying to trying to swing at anything, making sure that you're swinging anything that's at the right pitch, which that's it right there.
Ground ball to the left side. Shortstop looks McCray back to second, and now there's 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, opportunity missed right here so far by the Indians. Again, not totally closed out. Jackson Settlemyers is going to be the one that comes to the plate here. See if we can finish this thing out and drop a hit down in there and maybe drive this run in of Dre McCray. But thus far, since the double by McCray, opportunity missed by ICC.
Settlemyers is 1 for 4 on the day with a solo home run. And looks like they're going to intentionally walk him to put him on at first.
Interesting. Of course, you pick your poison there. Both these two guys have hit a home run. Settlemyers has hit one, and they walked him to get to Collier, who hit a home run early in the game out in center field. But there again, you also walked him too, so that way you can put the runner at first there, and now you can you got the out at any, as far as any base there in first, second, or third.
So 2 away now after the intentional walk issued to Settlemyers. Stone Collier at the plate takes that first pitch in there for a strike. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. 6-6 is your score. McCray, who's got good speed at second, represents the possible game-winning run here for the Indians. Breaking pitch. Ooh. Don't know where that one missed other than up, because that looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did. Look a little up, but I don't. Again, may have. The umpire and I agree on that, maybe.
So 1-1 now is the count. Collier looks at that pitch, and a great job there by Mancha to keep that one from getting away. 2-1 now is the count here to Collier.
Kind of snow-coned it right there and kept it in the mitt. But like you said, excellent job by Mancha, because that pass ball would have definitely advanced your runners to second and third and put a little more pressure on Gulf Coast.
2-1 now is the count. This one hit hard and deep. Center fielder going back to the wall and makes the play. Well, that one just about exits the ballpark for the second time tonight for Collier, but instead the center fielder makes the catch up against the wall and will head to the 10th. 6-6 is your score. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Indians had a chance to walk it off after a leadoff double by McCray, but just could not cash in there. So we move now to the top of the 10th. As that pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Second straight conference game. The Indians have went to extra innings.
Yeah, that, again, big-time opportunity missed there for the Indians. I know Coach Collier and folks are going to be sick over that. Not that that's foul ball.
Oh, they're going to try to say it hit his shoulder.
Went off the bat,
and they're going to say it come off the bat.
I heard it hit the bat, didn't you?
If that's his shoulder, then he's got a very loud and strong shoulder blade, because it did make a lot of noise. So now the umpire's going to come in and talk this one over here.
Sound like it hit the bat. I mean, again, unless his shoulder, unless he's.
I'm going to say it was.
You think it hit the shoulder first, it grazed it, and then it hit the bat?
Oh, well, we're going to have a spirited conversation here. As
he's not supposed to cross the line.
And the umpire giving him a lot of leeway in this situation. And let's give credit to the umpire here. He does realize that was a tough call. He did the right thing, called his crew in. His crew in stood the call up there, so he gave Gulf Coach's coach plenty of opportunity to vocalize himself and be heard. And so count should be 1-1. So that pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Well, like I say, if it anyway, who knows? I wasn't down there, but I could just the ping I heard up here. Similar to that ping when he fouled that off. I'm not saying it didn't hit the shoulder. I have no idea.
I'm with you. I didn't see it, but judging by the noise, if his shoulder makes that noise, his shoulder is absolutely annihilated, broken. And there's a ground ball. Third baseman's going to come up and make a play on it, throw across the way, and the stretch is not there as the throw pulls him off the bag.
Wait,
and now they're going to call it a foul ball.
Called it foul down here. He called it foul.
Oh, my goodness. Now, if the Gulf coach stays in the game, I will be amazed. And they're going to come talk this one over again. Wow.
Well, it gets interesting here.
I'm going to see. I don't know that I don't think I hit the replay quick enough.
Foul ball.
They're going to stay with the foul ball. I did not start the replay quick enough.
Uh-oh.
And here we go. We're going old school on this one.
And he turned his hat backwards. I cannot believe he has not tossed him. I'll be honest.
And the thing about it is he's not the one that made the call. It's the third base umpire that made the call. And I'm with you. The fact that he has not been thrown out of this game. I've seen Rick Collier thrown out for 10 times less than this.
There he did.
He basically dared him to throw him out, and he did. Wow. So the count is 1-2 here as things are getting interesting here in the top of the 10th.
The home plate umpire has a lot more patience than I have.
He's got tons more than I do.
It's 1-2 count here.
As we get refocused on the game here, 1-2 is the count. And this one popped up, center fielder charging in, but the shortstop's going to call everyone off and make the out. So Varnado, with one of the most eventful at-bats of his career, ends up popping out to shallow center field for out number 1. Again, I understand giving the coach some leeway on questionable calls, but it was almost as if the home plate umpire refused to throw him out.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, but anyway, that's not my call. That's his. But a lot more patience than Brad would have had he been down there.
Could you imagine if Rick did that?
I mean, he was basically. That second time when he turned his hat backwards, he knew he was going in for money.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm getting my money's worth this afternoon. 2-0 pitch, 3-0 now is the count here. As this is Parnell at the plate.
Yeah, and Yearwood, if you can't let all this drama get to you here. You got to throw strikes, continue doing what you were doing. And he did. He walked him. And that's not what you want right there.
And now there's a lot of life in that Bulldog.
And you got to watch that
dugout.
bat flip over there.
That is true. That's one thing that they have been told, that if the flip is above the head. And so now this is going to be Kane coming to the plate.
All right, so your third baseman's in. Yeah, and they're expecting bunt here. Didn't show
it. Could be a lot like we saw Roberts not show it for a couple of attempts and then try to sneak a bunt down. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Drama here in the top of the 10th as there's a ground ball. Throw to second is in time. Throw across to third is in time for the double play. Well, there's still one more out in the inning, fellas. Or no, there's a player down.
That's Settlemyers.
That Settlemyers is shaken up on the play. That is the final out of the inning on the Little Caesars double play, but good to see Settlemyers popping up and walking that one off. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom of the 10th. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. Good one brewing here.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 10th. 6-6 is the score. And this is Powell in here to bat, and that pitch called a ball.
Yeah, and this is Kalen Powell through some of the changes Coach Collier made, bringing Kalen Powell in to hit.
Powell fouls that one back. 1-1 is the count. One thing that was missed, that was the 5th double play of the game that we just saw. Of course, those double plays being brought to you by Little Caesars there in Fulton. 1-1 now is the count here to Powell. That pitch high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, been some good defense this game. Obviously, when you turn that many double plays, been a lot of good defense played here today with both squads. So not just ICC, but both squads.
This pitch popped up, and second baseman waving everyone off, and we'll squeeze that one for out number 1.
Yeah, not the start you really want there for your ICC. You'd love to get a base runner on any way you can, but that's going to get that first out of the inning for Gulf Coast.
And this is going to be Treadaway coming to the plate. He's had 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats. So he's 2 for 3 on the day with a walk, a run scored, but he has been caught stealing once and has a stolen base.
Another hit.
Right back up the middle, and a clutch hit there for Treadaway. 3 hits
in a row.
Yep. And now this is going to bring Morris to the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. 6-6 is your score.
Treadaway's got the speed over there, as we've mentioned earlier in the game when he walked that first time at bat earlier today, but he's got plenty of speed. I wonder if we'll try to see if he can get a good read on Bird here and get a stolen base.
Of course, being a left-handed pitcher, you want to stay a little bit closer to first over there. Is that pitch missing high and outside for a ball? Morris walked, struck out, grounded out to short, and flew out to center. So looking for his first hit of the day, and it'll be an opportune time to come up with one here. 1-0 is the count with 1 out and a runner at first. 6-6 is your score here in the bottom of the 10th. ICC and Gulf Coast. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Morris out in front of that pitch right there, well out in front for strike 1.
Morris, who's played at third base today, has been solid defensively. He was also shaking up on play a lot like Settlemyers was in the exchange of the inning. Breaking pitch is up high for a ball.
Yeah, good eye right there by Morris. 2-1 count here. Treadaway not even threatening at this point over there to steal or try to get a stolen base here and get in scoring position.
He's 1 for 2 on stolen bases today as this pitch fouled back. 2-2 now is the count. Well, this stadium buzz has picked up a lot over the last few innings. Matter of fact, Gulf Coast head coach was tossed, and he's getting his step in over out there in the outfield, or in the outside the outfield, I should say. 2-2 pitch coming. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring Brock Ware to the plate here for the Indians. Ware, who had a triple in his first at bat, has went 0 for 3 since then. Struck out looking in the 8th, to end the 8th actually. Looking to redeem himself here with a base hit.
There he
Runner
goes.
goes. Throw down is not going to be in time, and that'll be the second stolen base of the game for Treadaway. And now anything down to the outfield will be huge here for the Indians. 1-0 is the count here on Brock Ware, the DH. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning. ICC trying to walk it off here in Game 1 against the Bulldogs. Winning run is at second with 2 outs in the inning. 1-0 is the count to Ware. Ware swings on this one, fouls it back, and 1-1 now is the count. That one bouncing off the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth, making a lot of racket out there.
A lot of racket. Got over the netting here and coming back our way, but luckily a little more toward Adams' side over there.
1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Now the count goes 1-2. Bird a strikeout away from getting out of this inning here. 1-2 now is the count. 2 outs, runners on second. ICC had the game-winning run on the bottom of the ninth at second. Couldn't do anything with them. Trying to avoid that here. Waiting the 1-2 offering. This one swung on, popped up, left side, left fielder giving chase. And it's going to drop, and it's a foul ball. Foul by inches.
Well, and you've got a left-handed batter up here, and, of course, he was able to just flare that one out there to left field, so they're not playing him that way, and it was just basically just would have flopped over the third baseman's head. Left fielder not able to get over there. Just foul, though. It definitely would have scored the run. ICC would have walked it off.
So 1-2 stays the count here on Ware. Runner at second here for the Indians in the bottom of the 10th. Pitch coming. Breaking pitch hangs up high. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye right there by Brock. Not getting over anxious here, with the 2 strikes on you. Keeping that good eye, that good awareness while you're at the plate. That was a high breaking pitch there. Ball 2.
So the count goes 2-2 now. Pitch on its way. That one high.
Nope.
And that's ball 3. Brock thought that was ball 4, so the count will stay full at 3-2 now.
Yeah, full count here. That was high again, as you mentioned. It was a fastball high. So still got a runner at second in Treadaway with some speed. Full count.
3-2 is the count here. Ware at the plate, Treadaway at second, representing the game-winning run. Bird on the hill here for the Bulldogs, and time is taken by the batter. So Ware will dig back in with a 3-2 count. 6-6 is your score. Pitch on its way, and that's strike 3. Ware did not like that one. Second time in a row that he has gone down looking at a strike he did not agree with. And now Coach Collier's going to come down and say a word to the home plate umpire as well. As we'll keep it here for a moment. The Collier even showing the umpire where the ball was caught.
And you can't argue balls and strikes. It ain't going to matter.
And he's going to point up here at us and say that we've got it on film for him. And, boy, there's one person in the world I would not want to be today, and that is that home plate umpire, as he is going to have nightmares of both these coaches when he goes home and goes to sleep tonight. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the 11th. We've seen a little bit of everything here in this one so far. We've played so many innings, they're having to restart the scoreboard out there in right field. And so now we head to the 11th. 2, 3, 4 batters due up here for the Bulldogs, and that pitch missing outside for ball 1. So 1-0 is the count. I believe this is Stevens at the plate. And that pitch missing. 2-0 now is the count. Now the IC. Oh, here comes Rick asking where that pitch was. And man, we saw umpire issues in softball at Gulf Coast. Now we're seeing them here in baseball. And that pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
Well, if you're Rick, you got to be careful here. Yeah, I mean, you want to provide some – that one smoked
That's
foul. You want to provide some excitement and some energy for your squad there, but you don't want to get tossed here, in my opinion, for him. You do have a game 2 coming up. And, of course, you want to be able to coach that game as well. So got to be careful. But the one thing Rick's thinking, I got to be thinking is, hey, if that Gulf Coast coach was able to get his, which hadn't smoked for a base hit.
That's going to be a leadoff hit there for Stevens, and that is going to be his 3rd hit of the game. We say we're going to have a game 2. We may not, because I'm serious. If I'm that home plate umpire, I put my stuff in the truck and go home.
But I know Collier's got to be thinking, if it took him that long to toss the Gulf Coast coach after all he went through, he can say, I can get a little more.
I would say, Rick's like, hold on, he may have a long leash here. I'm going to take advantage of that.
That's exactly right. So that does bring up Dom Jackson here.
He's got a couple of doubles on the day, and he's got 3 RBIs as he's got 2 sacrifice flies. That pitch in there for a strike. Man. So much drama in the MACCCC.
Yeah, I mean, if you are that home plate umpire, you're ready for this to be over.
This pitch fouled back, and that one looks like it popped up and maybe caught Collier, who's catching. As that one fouled back, 0-2 now is the count here on Dom Jackson. So 0-2 is the count. Runner at first. We're in the top of the 11th. 6-6 is the score. That pitch outside. It was set up for the outside. Maybe not intended that far outside as Collier jumped out to get that one. 1-2 now is the count.
I don't think it was supposed to be that far outside. No. Collier did an excellent job, though, getting out there and snagging that, because anything past him would produce that runner to get that runner to second. Oh, it hit him.
And Noah said it did not hit him. It actually skipped behind him, but the runner will advance on the wild pitch. I was with you. I thought it did hit him, but.
Well, that's not what you wanted right there at all. I mean, there again, now you got your runner in scoring position, and they didn't even have to lay a sack down or anything like that. And you got Dom Jackson at the plate, who's had 2 doubles today.
Yep.
So
2 doubles and 3 RBIs. He's walked. He's got 2 sacrifice flies, and he's scored a run. This one lifted down the line. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's foul. Well, that was deep enough, just not straight enough, and the Indians catch a big-time break there. That would have been a 2-run home run.
Yeah, long strike right there, 2-2 count still. Hanging in there if you are Yearwood. He's thrown several innings today since we're now in, the 11th.
We're in the top of the 11th inning. 6-6 is the score. The first pitch of the day came your way at 4:01. It is now just a few minutes away from 7 o'clock. Waiting the 2-2 pitch here. That one outside. Collier able to go find it. 3-2 now is the count.
Got to bring that one back in. I mean, that's just too far outside to even think about getting a swing or a call on. So that one's not going to do you any good. That's 2 he's thrown at bat to Dom Jackson. And I know he may be trying to really pitch around him too, and you may not be at fault here by putting him on.
This one fouled back out of play, and we'll stay at 3-2. We're in the top of the 11th inning. 6-6 is your score. The go-ahead run here for Gulf Coast is at second base with no outs here in the inning, and Dom Jackson at the plate, who's 2 for 2 with a walk and a pair of sacrifice flies. And now he hit him.
Yeah.
Thought he hit him earlier, but this time this one runs inside and catches him on the leg. And so the runner will head down to first. And this is going to be Holloman coming to the plate. And the Gulf coach, third base coach, wants to call his guys in this situation. I don't know if I'm Gulf coach right now. I mean, I understand you want to get everybody on the same page, but you're also giving an opportunity for the pitcher warming up in the bullpen to get loose here for the Indians. And so now the Indians are going to check to see if he's ready or not. So it almost works in a sense for the Indians to help get that bullpen pitcher loose a little bit quicker. And so this will be Holloman at the plate. He lined out to center to end the eighth.
keep looking to my left to see if we got somebody in the bullpen, but I don't know. I can't see down there.
I think it's on the other side of the bleachers over there. Is that bunt attempt? Miss, strike one. 0-1 is the count now here to Holloman.
So, yeah, that's definitely going to try the sack here, see if they can get the bunt down, move the runner up, at least get the runner from second over to third. Obviously, they might get the double play, but that ball in the dirt. He's going to advance on his own.
Got him.
Yep.
What a play by Collier.
Wow. That ball bounced. It was in the dirt, bounced out to the side. Stone was able to pick it up, turn around. It bounced toward the first base side. Stone turned around. The runner took off and able to fire him out. Excellent job by Stone right there and by Jarrett Morris down there at third to get the tag on. First out of the inning and a runner at first.
All right, so I did not see what the pitch was called there. I think it's 1-1 is what we'll call the count.
I didn't see it either.
As there's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. I think it's 1-2. 1-2 is the count as the umpire.
Go Tyler!
And so now with one out, boy, that's a huge one. It got the lead runner out, and they did not even try to advance the guy from first to second on the play.
Well, they still hadn't. And they they could have before now. They still didn't try to bunt him over on that other pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 2-2 before he threw that second strike. So oddly enough, of course, they're relying on the bats, but oddly enough, they didn't even try to advance the guy over from first to second here. But one out now.
2-2 is the count. That pitch missing low. Now the count to go full here to Holloman.
Not a bad pitch right there. Holloman with just a better eye and just couldn't get him to chase it.
Runner at first. Holloman at the plate. 6-6 is the score. Pitch on its way, and that's going to be ball four. So a nice at bat there by Holloman to earn his way on, and now this will be Irving coming to the dish. Irving had an RBI single and scored a run back in the fifth inning.
They're going to put a pinch runner
and they're
in.
going to send a runner in here. This is going to be number 6 entering to run for the Bulldogs, and that is Ladner going to come in to run. He's running in place of, is that Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah, so running in place of Jackson over there at second base. Well, it'd be a big time for another Little Caesars double play here if you're the Indians. We've seen 5 of those today between the two teams. Runners on first and second, one out. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Irving.
And the Indians are kind of, I'm trying to see defensively, they're kind of shading, not really shading, but they're shading more towards second for the double play in hopes getting that double play ball, as that's ball one right there. Of course, they do have a runner at second, too, that they're still trying to hold on as well. But, yes, like you said, Adam, that double play ball will be huge here.
He did hit it in a double play to end the first inning, 6-4-3. Did Irving. That pitch missing low, 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, couldn't get the call. I don't know, Coach Collier's coming out.
As Coach Collier, that was kind of the same pitch he was arguing earlier that called a strike against the Indians. I think he's trying to make his point there. 2-1 now is the count. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, big, healthy swing right there. Just kind of off and out in front of that one was Irving, so unable to connect. Does bring up 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hard hit ball, and that's foul.
Yeah, he was zeroed in on that one, Adam. Just luckily for the Indians, it was pulled foul. That definitely would have scored a run had it gotten to the outfield, because that would have been in the left field corner down there. So lucky for the Indians, still 2-2 count.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second here in the top of the 11th. This pitch popped up.
That's what
second baseman calling everyone off and will make the play. Runners will not be able to advance as that's out number 2.
Yeah, perfect right there. He couldn't. That's what. Besides the double play, defensively, that's what you couldn't ask for anything better for the Indians. Short pop up to second, gets the out, and again, runners are not able to advance. It keeps the runners at first and second, and you got 2 outs.
So now this will be Palazzo coming to the plate. He popped up in foul territory. That was reeled in by the pitcher in his last at bat. He is 1 of 4 with a walk and a single. This pitch popped up, could be trouble. As Roberts giving chase and can't make the diving play. 1 run will score. 2 runs. Nope, they're going to get the runner to stay at third. And that's going to be a double by Palazzo. And that one right there, heck of an effort by Roberts. Made the diving effort, couldn't get to it. And that will score the run, and the Bulldogs take a 7-6 lead here in the top of the 11th.
Yeah, it's kind of inside part of the bat. He just kind of inside out at him right there, and he was able to fist it out there into right field and dropped it right there into, no man's land, if you want to call it. Hayden Roberts, though, what a heck of an effort, though, he had getting out there. Knew that's where it was going to be. Knew the right fielder, and Dre McCray was not going to be able to get there. Knew that was his only opportunity to go ahead and dive for it. But there again, as that first pitch is a strike right there, great job by Dre McCray to get the ball in as quick as he did, keeping only 1 run scored there on the board for Gulf Coast.
That first pitch is a strike to Mancha. They're the Indians. You got to get out of this inning here with minimum damage done. Runners at second and third. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Well, this game has eclipsed the 3-hour mark. 3 hours and 5 minutes to be exact since the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch. 7-6 Bulldogs with the lead. 2 outs in the inning. Runners at second and third, and Yearwood's going to step off.
9 hits apiece now for both squads.
This pitch fouled off, out of play, and that'll be strike 2. So it was a RBI double by Palazzo. That's the difference in the game right now. Of course, ICC will have the home half of the inning to see if they can rally in this one. They trail at 7-6 here in the top of the 11th. 1-2 is the count here to Mancha. Pitch coming. And the ball in the dirt. And they're going to say he did go, and they're going to tag him for the out. So that will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning as Mancha not believing the call there, and we'll head to the dugout. We have seen a wild ball game, and it has been an interesting one. We'll head to the bottom of the 11th. Can ICC find something going here in the home half of the 11th to tie it up, or see if they can find a way to walk it off here, as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 11th inning. Gulf Coast takes a 7-6 lead. Brad, did they send in a new pitcher here?
Yes, Cade Madison is coming in for Gulf Coast. 9 appearances on the year. He's a sophomore right-hander, 9 appearances, 2 wins, 1 loss on the year, 12 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 15 hits on 9 runs, 12 base on balls, 15 Ks, 5.68 ERA.
As that first pitch missing low and outside, he'll be greeted at the plate by Dre McCray. Dre is 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of doubles and a strikeout. He was also hit by a pitch all the way back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, sure could use another one of those doubles. Just ask him again.
That pitch missing outside, 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, that's outside.
Good job by the Gulf Coast catcher to tell his teammates, settle down, it was outside.
It was. That's what I say. He said it beat guys. It was out.
So 2-0 is the count here. That one finds the corner for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. I tell you what, right now, I don't look at the home plate umpire funny. I don't say anything cross to him. As much as he's taking a chewing here in this first game, that kid's got to be a powder keg just waiting on a spark.
Yep.
That one in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count.
Got to pull the trigger if you're Dre here. Now you got to protect the plate and just try to get a piece of something here. 2-2 count.
8-9-1 batters due up here in the bottom of the 11th. ICC trailing at 7-6. And finds a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, good job right there to battle and get a piece. Remain alive, as you said.
So 2-2 is the count here to McCray. He's playing in right field here in game 1. That's the thing to remember. We got another game following this one. It's that pitch missing low. 3-2 now is the count. We think. Like I said, I'm not going to put it past that home plate umpire. Take his ball and go home. He has not had a good day. 3-2 is the count. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Couldn't catch up with the high heat there. McCray goes down swinging. That's a Renaissance Bank strikeout. And now this will bring up Hayden Roberts, who started the day in left field, now playing first base for the Indians. 1 out. When I say umpire's not having a good day, I'm not saying he hasn't called well. I'm just saying he ain't had a good day because everybody but me and Brad have yelled at him today.
That's exactly right. Laney hasn't yelled at him yet.
Oh, wow. That might get Coach Collier back out as a frame job there. Gets strike 1 called. Ball in the dirt. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Roberts singled and drove in a run back in the 4th. Struck out looking in his last at bat. Takes a healthy chop at that one. Fouls it back and looks like it may have caught the catcher there. And time is going to be taken here, and it'll be a 1-2 count when we come back in this situation, as home plate umpire is going to walk the ball out to the pitcher to give the catcher an opportunity to collect himself. Hopefully he's okay. And it appears that he's going to be all right, so good to see Mancha able to hang in there after taking that foul ball. So 1-2 is the count here to Hayden Roberts, the hard-throwing Madison on the hill here for the Bulldogs.
Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Indians down to their final out of the game as we flip it back to the top of the lineup here in Jackson Lee. So the Indians trailing this by 1. Jackson Lee at the plate. And they're going to say he goes. No, he did not.
He did not go.
He did not. I don't think he did either. The Gulf Coast dugout very animated and disagreeing with that one. 1-0 is the count here to Lee. And that one called a strike. Gets away from the catcher. 1-1 now is the count. 7-6, Gulf Coast with the lead here. 2 outs, bottom of the 11th. 1-1 is the count here to Lee. That pitch outside, 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye by Jackson Lee again with all the dramatics kind of going on here. Good, being very patient at the plate, trying to find his pitch.
2-1 now the count. That one runs inside but falls off low. 3-1 now is the count here to Lee. If Lee were to reach, it'll be Jackson Settlemyers up next for the Indians. 3-1 pitch coming. This one hit hard. Center fielder's going to come charging up and will collect it. And the Bulldogs will come back to win this one in 11 innings by the final score of 7-6. We'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank post-game report and talk about this one. Well, we could talk a while. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank post-game report. The marathon is over, and Gulf Coast wins it by the final score of 7-6. I'm joined here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth by Dr. Brad Boggs, and we're going to get his Bank Oklahoma thoughts of the games. And, Brad, what did you think about Game 1?
Oh, well, it was a doozy. I mean, it really was. And it was everything that was advertised coming in, and both squads had 10 hits apiece, as mentioned, and Gulf Coast just able to outlast the Indians. And Indians had decent pitching performance.
Yep.
With Akins coming in and doing a good job there, and then Yearwood came in and did a fantastic job too, and kind of stayed in there. And so Indians, as far as pitching wise, I think that was one of their questions coming into it, is they did a good job there, and just sometimes it just didn't go their way and didn't pick up the hits. The inning that got them, in my opinion, Adam, was the inning where Dre McCray led off with the double late in the game. I can't remember the inning.
That was the ninth.
That was the ninth, all right? Dre McCray led off the inning with a solid double, and they weren't able to produce anything out of it. I don't even think they were able to get into third. And so that was the killer, in my opinion. That was their opportunity to produce, because you had followed up with a K right after that. And then, of course, you had a ground out that could not, that they couldn't advance on. So that was the killer. I felt, that was the Indians' opportunity to go ahead and pull out and win this game. And then, of course, after that, the dramatics, happened.
Man,
so
it got crazy. Of course, the Indians did the same thing in the 10th. They got a runner at second, but back-to-back strikeouts. Got the Bulldogs out of the jam there. Your final line in this one: Gulf Coast 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. ICC 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. The Bulldogs improved to 18-7 overall, 4-1 in conference play, and ICC falls to 9-14, 1-4 in conference play. This game has gone so long, my computer is telling me not enough free disk space. Replay recording has stopped, as it has been a marathon. The game was the opening pitch was at 4:01. The final out was collected at 7:14. So, yeah, heck of a game there. Well, that's going to do it, as we got another game coming up in about 30 minutes here on the ICC Sports Network. Indians fall 7-6 here in Game 1 in 11 innings. Back in about 30 minutes here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.